And we are live here on a Friday night from the Macon Coliseum as the Mayhem, for the first time in 5 years, host the Peoria Rivermen here in the Macon Coliseum. I'm Graham Tuck with William Bazzone tonight, and the Mayhem have a big weekend ahead of them, Will. A 6-8-1 record coming in, and they host the 9-3-2 defending champion Peoria Rivermen. Like I mentioned, it's been since November 5th of 2019 since the Peoria Rivermen have been here in Macon. And on top of that, the Mayhem have never in the regular season defeated the Rivermen at home. They are 0-10 against the Rivermen in the regular season here in Macon Coliseum. But they're looking to turn things around tonight as Dave Shinichny takes on his former team for the first time in a Mayhem uniform. And it'll be the Macon Mayhem, who are looking to build on a win last week on Friday against the Pensacola Ice Flyers. It was a low-scoring win, something that we've come to see a little bit from this Mayhem team. Trent Grimshaw opened the scoring at 18:43 in the first period to make it 1-0 Macon on a nice breakout play. The assist to Tao Ishizuka and Justin Kelly. And then 39 seconds later in the first period, Curtis Abbott scored his first goal with the Macon Mayhem, his second of the season. Had one earlier with the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. Zach Tyson, the primary assist, and Dan Winslow getting an assist for the second straight game as well. He's got 5 points in the last 6 games. And that being said, now let's get into tonight. And one of the stories for me, William, is Dyson Skinner. We think we're probably going to see him a fair amount this weekend. But what are you seeing on the tape as we get into this weekend matchup?
Well, first of all, I think you got to talk about Dyson Skinner. What a pickup he's been for this Macon Mayhem team. 3-2 so far. Kind of a Linsanity run. I don't know if we want to designate it as that yet, but he's the best among qualified goaltenders in GAA this year. That's 1.53, and the best save percentage as well at 956. Won the SPHL Player of the Week on November 26th, and he's a rookie on top of that. So he's been a really big pickup for them. But in terms of what I see a really good Peoria Rivermen team coming in here. They are currently 4th in the league. The Mayhem are in 8th place. But again, that doesn't sound as bad as it looks, right? 13 points. The difference between 5th place and 8th place is 4 points. So you get 2 wins in this weekend out of 3. That'd be great. You move right up in the standings. That's obviously contingent on who doesn't win and who wins this weekend, but I'm thinking that's what's standing out to me is a team that wants to prove themselves against a really top opponent in this league.
Yeah, and something else to keep an eye on is that Quad City and Pensacola, the 2 teams that are below Macon in the standings, they play each other this weekend. So that is an opportunity for either of those 2 teams to climb up and get a little bit closer to the Mayhem in the standings. Now let's talk about some new additions for the Macon Mayhem. You mentioned a lot of rookies on this team, and Dyson Skinner being one of them. 2 more are going to get into the fold tonight for the Macon Mayhem. They just signed them today. Brendan Ronan, who ironically scored the last goal in a Macon Mayhem game. Ronan scored the goal in the 3rd period for the Pensacola Ice Flyers to make it 2-1 last Friday. He's going to be suiting up for the Mayhem tonight in his first game with the team. And the other one, Jacob Schnapp, longtime Carolina Thunderbird in the FPHL, making his SPHL debut tonight should he get into the lineup.
Yeah, Graham, you talked about it there. 2 new signings today, and that is kind of an impressive feat that you mentioned with Ronan there. And, of course, the Mayhem have used the league most 39 players this year through 16 games. That is the most in the league. That is just a very high number. And keep in mind, 15 of those now, if Ronan and Schnapp get into the lineup, that'll be 15 of playing less than 5 games. So a lot of new teams, a lot of new players coming onto this team, rather. And it's tough to keep the continuity, but I think Dave Shinichny is doing a great job in his first year in Macon, trying to get everybody on the same page. It should be very exciting tonight to see some rookies like Dyson Skinner, like we look at, Alex Cohen, and excuse me, no, that's Zach Tyson, rather. That's my mistake. But yes, we're going to look at those guys, see how they're doing, and it should be an exciting game.
Yeah, you mentioned Zach Tyson. He's our player to watch tonight. He leads the team in points with 11, and he's been nothing short of on fire so far this season.
Absolutely. He's been great. 5th in rookie scoring with 7 goals and 3 assists. And Tao Ishizuka has also been great with 9 points. Ibarra with 8. And again, with 3 key contributors in the ECHL right now, that's Alex Goldowski and Marcinkiewicz as well. They've had to step up, and they've they've done really well in a small sample size, and I think they should look to those guys as well to be big contributors tonight.
Yeah, a lot of young guys getting thrown right into the fire with this Mayhem squad. And as we get into this game, what are your keys to this matchup, William, for both sides before we take a break?
Well, listen, Graham, I think something that's really big for Macon tonight, I think they got to test the waters. Look, it's a 3-game series. You're playing them back to back to back. Tonight is that game where you can see what you can get away with, see what works, see what doesn't, and just go wild. I don't think they should be playing conservative. They should be playing a little bit more aggressive, take opportunities when they can, hit a little bit more, because one thing you got to keep in mind, there are some physical forwards on this Peoria team. You got Cole Crowder, 6'5", 220. Tristan Trudell, 6'5", 234. Frank Trezera, 6'4", 210. And for Peoria, keep in mind they have 4 defensemen tonight. I believe no defenseman is smaller than 6'2". So very physical team, and you've got to match that physicality tonight and play your hearts out and do what you got to do to get over and get a win against Peoria. But when we look at Peoria, that power play has been dominant all season. And you look at Jordan Ernst, right? He scored 5 in his last 4 games, and I believe he had 2 in the power play in their last game. He's just been a threat, and you also have Zach Nazaire. Look for him to score an opening goal tonight. He leads the league with 4 opening goals this season. If he gets a 5th tonight, that would be quite a game remove on video game night here at the Macon Coliseum, Graham.
Yeah, the first goal going to be key in this one. You got to feel like the Mayhem 5-2 when they score first this season, but 1-6-1 when they allow the first goal. We'll take a break here on video game night in the Macon Coliseum, and when we come back, we'll give you tonight's starters ahead of the first period. The Rivermen in Macon for the first time since 2019. Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women. Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women. Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem. We are back here in the Macon Coliseum, ready to give you the starting lineups for both teams tonight. We'll start with the visiting Peoria Rivermen at forward. Former Mayhem forward Michael McChesney gets the start up front, along with Carlos Fornaris and Garrett Devine, the three forwards for the Rivermen. On the defense, there are only 4 defensemen for the Rivermen tonight. It'll be Chase Spencer, number 4, along with Zach Wilkie on the blue line for the Peoria Rivermen. And Colby Muse gets the start, 8-2-1 on the season with a 1.73 goals against average, 2 shutouts, and a .932 save percentage. Now for the Macon Mayhem up front, both new additions in the starting lineup tonight. Brendan Ronan, along with Dan Winslow and Jacob Schnapp, will get the start up front. On defense, Dustin Paralot making his first appearance with the Mayhem at the Macon Coliseum, his second game with the team. Dustin Paralot with Nicholas Aromatario on the blue line for the Mayhem, and in net, Dyson Skinner as expected for the Macon Mayhem. We'll take another break, and when we come back, first period of action here, Macon Mayhem and Peoria Rivermen.
Thinking about starting a new career? The Georgia Department of Corrections is now hiring correctional heroes. Earn a competitive salary and advance your career through GDC. The agency is now hiring correctional officers, counselors, food service workers, and many more. Most positions require candidates to be 18 years of age or older, have a high school diploma or GED. Positions are now available across the state of Georgia. Apply now at gdcjobs.com to learn more. GDC.
One team.
Join the celebration as Minuteman Press Macon proudly celebrates 35-plus years of serving Middle Georgia with top-quality print media. Minuteman Press Macon is a full-service printing, marketing, and design center. We design, print, and promote you. From business cards to building signage, we've got you covered. Promotional products? No problem. Let's keep printing and growing together. Go Mayhem.
Wesleyan College is a proud sponsor of the Macon Mayhem. A leader in accelerating equality for women since 1836, Wesleyan College prides itself on providing young women with a platform to develop as students, professionals, and emerging leaders in the Middle Georgia community and beyond. Through the power of a liberal arts education, Wesleyan prepares its graduates to make a positive impact not only on the community around them, but around the globe. Join the pack. Apply now at www.wesleyancollege.edu/admission.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women, by women. Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women, by women. Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. and Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action. And don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. And we're back and ready to go here in Macon Coliseum, a beautiful national anthem from Bon Air Middle School Chorus. I'm Graham Tuck with William Bazzone here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. And as we mentioned earlier, it's the first time in 5 years that the Rivermen have made the trip down to Central Georgia. It should be a really exciting one to watch, William. I think that it's two teams that have been in very different places in the league, historically speaking, recently. You know, Peoria obviously coming off of a couple President's Cups, and it's been a while since Macon hoisted their President's Cup back in 2017. But hopefully things in Macon trending in the right direction. But you would look at the way that Macon has played this season, and really what it comes down to is just being unable to pull it out in close games. I think that they've lost so many close games, and obviously that's what makes a winning team, is being able to win in those situations. But at the same time, a bounce here, a better play shot there, and Macon could very easily be over 500.
Oh, absolutely, Grammer. I think that's really true. You mentioned it at the beginning, the disparity between when they score that first goal and when the opponents score the first goal. They got to score early, get in front. That's when they're more comfortable, and we'll see how that goes tonight. I'm so excited to be here in the broadcast booth with you. Very excited. Hope everyone's doing well wherever you're listening. It's going to be an exciting 60 minutes of hockey here at the Macon Coliseum.
Two goaltenders that have been atop the SPHL recently. Colby Muse, the player of the month, named most recently, and a leader among qualified goaltenders in goals against average and save percentage on the other side, Dyson Skinner.
Yeah, and we mentioned it earlier. I'm sorry, Graham. Didn't mean to step on you there. 8-2-1, 173 GAA. That's second best in the league, and 2 shutouts as well. We'll see how he does tonight and how Macon gets some pucks on him.
And we're underway here in Macon. That is sent down. No icing here. Paralot retrieves it around the boards. A lot of new faces out there for the Macon Mayhem tonight. 3 in the starting lineup. Aromatario and Winslow, the only players who have played a game here at Macon Coliseum for the Mayhem in the starting lineup. You've got Schnapp and Ronan on the forward line, and Dustin Paralot on the back end.
And you think Schnapp's the hardest guy to find on the ice, right, Graham, with those dreadlocks?
Oh, yeah. Nice moment before the ceremonial puck drop and the national anthem. Oh, a chance out in front for the Rivermen. Fanning on the shot there was Galat. But you saw Schnapp and Skinner share a couple stick taps back and forth as this is iced by the Mayhem. Schnapp and Skinner, both teammates for the Carolina Thunderbirds earlier this season, so a little bit of brotherly love between those two. Schnapp has been with the Carolina Thunderbirds for quite some time now. This is his SPHL debut in the middle of his 4th season of the professional hockey circuit. He's been with the Carolina Thunderbirds for the last 3+ seasons.
And Grammer, you talked about it before the game. Fan favorite there last year, I believe it was 20 goal scoring, and in 22-23, 227 penalty minutes for the guy. This will be interesting to watch. We'll see how physical he gets early on in this game.
Gillot brings it in. He'll drop it off. Bear's got it. He'll take it to the corner, puts on the brakes. Bear works up the wall. His shot through traffic, and quickly Skinner makes his first stop. One-timer from the blue line, blocked there by Ibarra, and he'll try to carry it out. Mateo Ibarra drops it off. Zach Tyson will send it around his man and in. We mentioned it briefly in the pregame, but the Rivermen only playing with 4 defensemen tonight.
But again, Graham, when you look at it, you look at a guy like Zach Wilkie, 1 goal, 12 assists, and 13 points rather. That's second in the league for defensemen, and his 12 assists is 4th best in the SPHL. So they've got somebody who can play both ways. But again, we'll see how that fares later tonight. Those guys will probably have to play a lot of minutes.
The quality of the defensemen in white is not the question. It's how long can they hold up, you know? It's a lot to ask for anybody to play that much. And used to having 6 defensemen 5 is a tough ask for, your stamina, but when you cut it down to even 4, you're going out there every other turn. Quickly 2-on-1, and they score! Tristan Trudell.
Yeah, and the coach's son gets a goal there. Graham, that's a tough look early in this game. That's probably one Dyson Skinner's going to have back. We see Trudell there. He's kind of whipping through traffic, gets a shot top corner, nowhere where Skinner was ready for that one. And the Rivermen go up 1-0 early.
That's a great placement of that shot. Nothing you can do about it there if you are Dyson Skinner. It just tucked it under the bar.
And we just talked that about a few minutes ago, Graham. One bounce away, one missed shot away, one lucky shot away. And again, the Mayhem down early. We'll see how they respond here in this next sequence.
Parallel to Thornton. And the Mayhem have iced it here.
Yeah, it's tough right after a goal. You're going right into the D zone and then having to win a face-off. See what these, again, this Mayhem team, they've gone down early in some of these games this season, and you don't want to have this so early on. They just got to play good defense here. It's video game night, Graham. We both play NHL. When you see those boards virtually turn red, full pressure bar kind of on for the Mayhem early here. Again, let's see how they respond. You got to win this face-off here in the D zone.
When the Mayhem lead at the end of the first period, they're 4-0 this season. When they're trailing at the end of the first period this season, they have not won a game in that circumstance yet. 5-1, as we've got a quick whistle here, thanks to Dyson Skinner.
Now they can just make a quick change here, Graham. That's good for them. Won the draw, did what they have to do, go into the other face-off dot, get something going. But the Mayhem as well, they're 4-5-1 in their last 10, and we talked about it in the pregame as well. Only 4 points separating 8th and 5th. Stringing together a couple wins here this weekend doesn't seem impossible, and it's a chance for them to get back into a better position within the standings here in the SPHL.
One thing that the Mayhem have struggled with this season is fighting their way back into games. Not so much fighting their way back in, but actually jumping ahead when they've been behind. In this season, although it is young, they are 1-8-1 in games in which they trail at any point. Come from behind wins have been hard to come by so far this season for the Macon Mayhem.
And then again, I think of a great example, that game against Fayetteville on November 23rd. They score 3 goals early. They have that nice lead. They look comfortable. They look in command and in control. That is probably, I think, the last game that I've seen the Mayhem. They look really, really good and comfortable and in control. These last few games, they've had to struggle with some early obstacles, and they fought back. Credit to them. They've been in these games late, but again, finishing those games, Graham, like you said, that's going to be the biggest obstacle for these Macon Mayhem to overcome tonight.
Mayhem into the zone finally as Raleigh fires a shot wide. Puck goes through the slot in the O-zone for the Mayhem. Puck tipped in, Jarrett Cupp back to get it. He's out there with Parker Allison. That pass made it through the slot. Great find there, but a Skinner save keeps the Rivermen off the board and makes it 1-0 still. Could have been 2-0 there. A dangerous chance for the Rivermen.
Yeah, Graham, definitely a dangerous chance there, but Dyson Skinner responded well. He looks good after giving up that first goal, but that defensive positioning has to be a little bit better early here for the Mayhem.
Jarrett Cupp starts the breakout behind his own net. He finds Nicholas Aromatario. Pass ahead, Ibarra wanted it to go through Wilkie, did not. And now Aromatario back to get it. Reverses it for Jarrett Cupp. Now he backhands it to the wall. Fished ahead by Grimshaw and muscled out by Kelly, but waiting for it there is Wilkie. Pass up the ice, it finds Griffin Fox. He gets around Jarrett Cupp, throws a shoulder into the Mayhem captain. Fox tried to feed it out in front, but it's off the outside of the cage, and Skinner gloves it down. 15:56 left to go. Period number 1, 1-0 Rivermen thanks to the goal by Tristan Trudell.
And Graham, another thing we got to talk about, that trade between Peoria and Macon, Michael McChesney and Aromatario in that 1-for-1. Seems like a pretty even trade so far this season. Last year, McChesney was the number 4 scorer for Macon, 32 in 46 games, and he's got 8 in 10 for Peoria. Meanwhile, Aromatario 6 points in 15 games for the Mayhem. He's been a pretty stalwart defenseman in a group that's been pretty consistent, I would say, so far for the Macon Mayhem in their early season.
Yeah, Coach Shinichny trading McChesney after just one game, obviously feeling that it was more important to have a defenseman that he felt fit his system. And McChesney, I mean, his 11 points would be tied for first on the Macon Mayhem right now. But Aromatario has been a much-needed presence on the defensive end, so it's easy to look at it at face value and think, oh, the Mayhem would be better off if you keep Michael McChesney, but Aromatario is one of those guys that just lights up a locker room on top of the fact that he adds something on the ice.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's nice to have that defensive group stabilized because that's one of those groups that needs to be consistent throughout these games. Forward cores, they'll come and go, but again, having a strong foundation in your own zone, that is key, and that's nice to see the Mayhem keeping a nice group throughout the early part of this season.
Well, speak of the Devil, Aromatario with a good defensive play there. Now a turnover in the D zone by the Rivermen, but nobody on the back end to keep that puck in possession for the Mayhem, and so now Ishizuka on the forecheck. Barrelet's got it in the defensive end. Barker slides it across the ice. He finds Dadajanov, and now Aromatario back to get it. Schnapp with Abbott and Winslow now. Abbott in for Ronan on this shift. A tight turn around the net by Ernst springs him free. Quickly across the ice, Bear finds Coop Miners. He tries to feed it to the back door, but nobody there as Cole Crowder had gotten tied up. Winslow on the half wall. He reverses to the corner. Schnapp is there on the near side. He's got it. He flips it out. This is going to be icing unless Abbott can win the race. He does not, and that will result in a D-zone draw. But it takes us to immediate timeout. We'll take a quick break here in the Macon Coliseum and be back after this on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. While repping the Mayhem. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women. Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
And we're back here in Macon Coliseum. A ozone draw win for the Rivermen. Wilkie takes a hit from Schnapp there. Fired behind the net, walking out with it now for the Rivermen. Back at the blue line. That shot blocked there by Schnapp. It'll careen out to the blue line of the Rivermen, and now assessing his options is Wilkie.
Nice to see that physicality showing through early, Graham. We were talking about it in the pregame, and now it looks like Macon's kind of rebounded after that first goal and showing a little bit more. Schnapp, nice block there.
Raleigh chases after it, plays it back to his defenseman. Now stretch pass up, catches Winslow in stride. He slows down, the alternate captain moves it to the corner. Ronan doing work in the corner. And now with the puck in the D zone is Wilkie. He'll send it up the ice. Intercepted there, and no longer offside thanks to Jake Raleigh touching the puck was Fornaris, but now numbers the other way for the Mayhem. Raleigh sets a pick at the blue line. Grimshaw drops it off to the corner. Ronan circles the net. Still with the puck, sends it back for Grimshaw. Grimshaw tried to fly it out to Thornton at the blue line, but instead the Rivermen intercept.
I like that look there, Graham. They had a good play going there. They were trying to play it around the boards, but they can get that play going again. That's a nice look, and I think they can beat Colby Muse, who's been relatively good throughout this first start of the season.
Relatively good is putting it lightly. A .932 save percentage, nothing to sneeze at for sure. The Mayhem in their defensive end now. Intercepted there by Kelly. Nice play off the boards to Zach Tyson. This seems to be the top line tonight for the Macon Mayhem. Tyson and Ishizuka, two of the top point getters on the team, out there with Justin Kelly tonight.
Keep in mind they're both rookies too, and really making their presence felt early for this Macon Mayhem team that's had a lot of continuity issues throughout the season.
Turnover, 2-on-1. Kelly's got Ishizuka. Kelly takes his shot, and a glove stop from Muse.
I don't know if I like that play there, Graham. It was a good look. He had it, but he also had Ishizuka in front. I think Ishizuka could have just backhanded it through and beaten Muse low side and gotten a goal early.
Defense taking the pass there, and Kelly made up his mind quickly. And one thing that you never want to do in that situation is decide too late what you want to do with it, and that oftentimes that hardly results in anything good. So I do like the commitment to the shot early from Kelly, but just unable to place it anywhere that can beat Muse.
And I think you're right, Graham. That confidence has looked really different in that last minute and a half since that break there. And I don't know what Dave Schnitzky's telling his guys in the huddle, but clearly they had some Wheaties, got their energy back, and now they seem to be firing on all cylinders.
You want to see some setup ozone time. That's the one thing we haven't really seen yet. You had that play with Grimshaw behind the net, and he just couldn't get it to any of his options. But with an ozone draw here, we'll see what the Mayhem can do. Ibarra, Winslow, and Witherspoon, the forwards. Face-off win by Winslow, still fighting for the puck. He drops it off for Ibarra. Move to the blue line, Aromatario through traffic, and the former Riverman is stopped by Muse.
And a good sequence there again. And we talk about Dan Winslow. He's kind of the enforcer of this team. He's third in the league with 50 penalty minutes, and the leader is on the other bench over there. That's Tristan Trudell with 58. Peoria with 287 penalty minutes. That's second most in the league. I think Macon's got to keep getting under Peoria's skin, do what they got to do, and draw some penalties because Peoria might get bitten into that early.
And the other thing is you just want to play heavy early, as there's a shot from Peoria that gets stopped by Muse. So a couple of shots back to back here from the Mayhem. But we talked about it earlier on, and it can't be understated how important it is to lay the lumber early on these Rivermen defensemen. You've only got 4. So you want to try to wear them down early, and it's going to be a long weekend for those guys on the back end for Peoria. That is if Macon makes it that way. You can't give anything to them easy.
Absolutely, and you never know. There may be a move that's made here in the next day or so. They'll see if they can bring somebody in. But yeah, you're right, Graham. We'll probably see these 4 defensemen playing 30, 35 minutes a night over the next 3.
Grimshaw fights off a stick check. The forecheck strong from the Rivermen. Here's Bear. He fires a shot that gets blocked there by Aromatario. Good positioning from the Macon blue liner there. Peoria takes his man to the wall. Bear reverses it back for Coop Miners. He fights off Peoria, takes it to the corner. Fed to the slot. Bear was not ready for it, and now taking it back into the neutral zone is Wilkie.
Great defensive positioning there, Graham. Cleared the danger, and now they're moving back in. They'll chip it and get a change.
Peoria with a good play to gain the red line, send it in, but he couldn't get it deep, and now the Rivermen the other way. Wilkie at the red line, dumps it to the far corner. Jarrett Cupp, good play with the stick, and now Allison's got it. Justin Kelly off the wall, looking for a lane for Winslow. Instead, it's too far for him. For Norris, stopped at the blue line by Allison, and he skates forward. Allison too far out in front of Winslow. He's got to chase it to the corner.
Good hit there by Winslow, though. They're doing a good job on that forecheck, and another one there on the board. That's
Kelly
pretty nice.
Was looking for Winslow in the slot, and it was just off the mark. This back pass makes its way to Dadajanov, who skates up.
Another nice hit by Cup there.
A good pass break up there by Allison. It made its way back to the stick of Devine, and his shot was stopped by Skinner. In the neutral zone, taken here by Ernst. He's got Dadajanov as both teams change. Into the zone. Bear trying to make a move on Tyson. Bear looking for Fox. Thornton steps in. Fox moves it down low, fanning on a pass there. Looking back for a list at the half wall, and now Tyson sends it off of a body. Fox had it, and now Thornton trying to muscle it out of the zone. He does.
Looks
Fired
like that,
right back in, though.
Looks like that puck went off a list's face, too. He was wincing a little bit after that sequence.
Jarrett Cupp trying to start the breakout. 10-10 left to go, period number 1. Macon down 1-0. Thornton up the ice. Witherspoon was there. He's got Tyson too. Tyson to Ibarra. His shot well wide. Fired, and that one's blocked with a skate. Off the wall. Thornton had his stick lifted by Trudell, unable to keep the zone. Peoria has it. Sent up the ice to Witherspoon. Backhands it in at the end of his shift, and chasing after it, Ibarra now. Using the net as a screen is Wilkie. He'll turn a corner. And now into the zone, the Rivermen yet again. Sent to the slot, a nice stick check there by Allison. That shot blocked by his own man. And now Grimshaw's got it here. He's going to send it to the far boards across the red. Allison swats at it and now gets it deep.
Grimshaw's on another point streak of his own, Graham. 3 points in the last 4 games. Another big impactor for the Mayhem. Could be making a difference tonight.
And this is iced by the Rivermen, so an ozone draw coming up. As the Rivermen have iced it, that's going to take us to immediate timeout here in Macon Coliseum. Still 1-0 Rivermen.
Thinking about starting a new career? The Georgia Department of Corrections is now hiring correctional heroes. Earn a competitive salary and advance your career through GDC. The agency is now hiring correctional officers, counselors, food service workers, and many more. Most positions require candidates to be 18 years of age or older, have a high school diploma or GED. Positions are now available across the state of Georgia. Apply now at gdcjobs.com to learn more. GDC.
One team. Join the celebration as Minuteman Press Macon proudly celebrates 35-plus years of serving Middle Georgia with top-quality print media. Minuteman Press Macon is a full-service printing, marketing, and design center. We design, print, and promote you. From business cards to building signage, we've got you covered. Promotional products? No problem. Let's keep printing and growing together. Go Mayhem.
And we're back here right off the draw. Cup with a shot, gets blocked. Bounces back down in the slot. Winslow, a good stick check, but he can't keep it completely in the zone as now the Captain Bear takes it the other way.
I believe Alex Bear's the only captain in Rivermen history that actually is from Peoria, Graham.
The hometown kid making a play, as he's done many of times. Winslow got it into the zone. Ishizuka chasing after it. The lines have been mashed up quite a couple times already in this game for the Mayhem.
Well, Graham, you got to do what you got to do.
Oh, there's a save there from Hughes. Kelly providing the net front, and he takes a shove right after the whistle.
And again, establishing that physicality early, Graham. I like that. I like the fact that they're shuffling these lines. Throw different looks at them. Again, we talked about it in the pregame show. See what works, see what doesn't, and if that means changing up the lines, giving them different looks to throw them off, I say go for it, Graham. I like the move by Shinichny.
Tyson going to take the draw, wins it back cleanly to Paralot. Now Aromatario with it. His shot off the inboards, rebound pops out. Taken here by Witherspoon. Witherspoon's shot blocked there. Tyson tried to swat at the puck, keep it in, and now the other way, the Rivermen go. Paralot into the corner. He's taken there by Fornaris. Aromatario, a nice play. Tyson's got it up the ice to Abbott. 2-on-2 with Witherspoon, who has it now. Witherspoon looks for a lane. Toe drag, and it was blocked by the stick of Dadjanov. Great defensive play by him. Abbott steps in to keep the puck moving. And now taken out here by the Rivermen. In the neutral zone, taken here by McChesney. He got it away from Tyson. Jarrett Cup let it be taken by Bear, who walks it down low. Cup steps back in on him. Bear sends it around. Here's Allison. Reverses course, and now Cup is there again on the far side. Turnover there, and a shot swatted at just wide of Skinner's crease. Never had to make a save. Back around, loose puck corralled by Allison. His backhand clearance attempt kept in by the stick of a Riverman. Fox keeps it moving down low, looking for lanes on the back door. Dropped back off for Gillot. Cup takes his man to the wall, lost his glove. And now back up to the blue line. Nice play with the stick by Mateo Ibarra to completely muscle it out of the zone. He's got it in his skates, though, taken right back by the Rivermen. Gillot lost it, and now Thornton's got it. Taken right back by him. The stick checking of this Rivermen team is very impressive.
Yeah, they're certainly a team that will put a stick on the puck, and again, that might be why they're drawing a lot of penalties, is because they're using their sticks a lot and making plays. But again, great shift from Macon there, getting their guys in the zone and being physical and finishing their checks as well.
There's a quick toe drag shot from Trudell, and another save from Skinner. Rebound was available, but Thornton's positioning prevented anything from happening there.
Now it's a chance for Macon to regroup. Again, that last sequence there, it was good stuff. They're going to the puck, they're attacking, but that shift was a little long. Guys were getting tired. They got to be able to get that out of the D zone and get their guys off when they need it.
Grimshaw steps in for the face-off for the Mayhem. Wins it here to Paralot. through the skates of Schnapp, and a big reverse hit from Jacob Schnapp. Crowd's gonna like that one. Trudell's got it here, and he skates up the ice with it now. Backhanded, save made by Skinner, taken out cleanly by Thornton. Nice play from number 2 in blue. Raleigh's got it here, he'll gain the red line, dump it in. Bounce off the corner boards, puts it behind the net. Raleigh was in on the forecheck, but now easily taken out by the Rivermen's Wilkie. They're in on side. Good stick from Allison, forces it to the inboards. He walks out with it, drops it off for Grimshaw, who skates forward. Maneuvering across the logo at center ice, Grimshaw takes a spill, but he did get it deep. The Mayhem trying to play that dump and chase where, as this is not icing, a stretch pass for Coop Miners. Oh, he's gonna try to wrap it around. Great play from Winslow to seal the back door. Turnover here, and Kelly sends it away.
Looks like Skinner got away with a little bit of a hook there with his stick.
He bit really hard on that poke check too. That was very nearly a breakaway, or not a breakaway I should say, but an open wraparound shot, as that shot saved by Muse off the stick of Ishizuka. Mayhem so far have been trying to play that dump and chase, but they're just never the first man on the puck once they get it deep.
Exactly, Graham. And look, they're doing their best. They're dumping it in. They got the right idea, but they're just playing a little too conservatively. I think they just got to go after it. You've got guys with speed that can skate really well. Just go for it. If it means getting hit, it means getting hit. Be physical and be afraid. Don't be afraid to go in there and chase that puck.
This is sent out of play. This is going to be delay of game against the Rivermen. So the Mayhem going to the power play first here.
Hey, how about that, Graham? That's nice to see. And this Mayhem group has not seen a lot of PP action, 16.3%. That's 9th in the league, and they only have 8 power play goals all year. Chance to go at them early against a very sharp Peoria penalty killing unit.
It's going to be Chase Spencer, which is even worse for the Rivermen because now you're down to 3 defensemen on this penalty kill.
Exactly, so they're probably going to have to go with some of those physical forwards out there to lay some hits and break these Mayhem power players off the puck.
Ibarra stopped the clearance attempt with his stick but could not keep it in, and now the Rivermen kill gets it out of the zone. Aromatario to Witherspoon. He's out there with Paralot, Ibarra, and Grimshaw. Muse stops it. He's going to clear it all the way down past Aromatario. Racing for the puck and getting there first, Mike Gillott. Not exactly what you want to see to start the power play from the Mayhem, but still plenty of time here, 1:23 to be exact.
Exactly, Graham. 80 seconds to go. They haven't looked too bad, but again, start getting some shots on net and be a little more physical. That's got to be the key to this power play.
A turnover at the red line. Fornaris overskated the puck in the offensive zone.
And that Peoria penalty kill on the road, it's the best in the league at operating at almost 95%. They're a tough unit to get a goal on, but Macon's got to hurry it out here. 55 seconds to go on that PP.
Ishizuka skates up. He keeps it on the good side of the blue. Abbott turned it over, though. Nearly got his stick tied up. Peoria bench wanted a penalty there. Thornton's going to reset here on the power play for Macon. 40 seconds left on the man advantage. No shots on goal so far. No shot attempts so far for the Macon power play. Tyson behind the net. He's going to take it to the wall, but too hot for anyone to catch back up to, and now the Rivermen again easily clear. Bringing it into the zone on side, but getting back into the play and throwing a hit, Thornton. McChesney sends it back, and this has been a very uneventful Mayhem power play.
And watch out for Michael McChesney, too. He's got 2 shorthanded goals on the year so far. Almost got a third there in that last sequence, but Macon, again, tough to see 0 shots on goal on that PP.
Winslow. Across the red. Here's a shot for Schnapp. Rebound. They score! The captain, Jarrett Cup, late in the power play, ties it back up at 1.
Well, Graham, I don't know if that was on the PP or not. It was maybe with about 1 second left. But Schnapp, that's the physicality you want to see. He's not afraid to take that shot, get Muse off, and then there's Cup on the rebound, directing it back in. Great goal and a great way to tie this game up back at 1.
That's exactly the kind of play that you want to see, and you said it from Schnapp. He bared down, took the wide angle, bodied off the defenseman List, and the rebound from Muse Batted home by the captain, Jarrett Cupp, for his second goal of the season.
And Jarrett Cupp's been a reliable staple on that Mayhem defensive line. He's wearing the C, and he's certainly showing why he deserves that C tonight there, Graham.
So despite this period really being dominated by the Rivermen, we are tied at 1. First goal at home this season for Jarrett Cupp. His other goal was in Fayetteville. And Schnapp, a point in the first period of his SPHL debut. And Dan Winslow, he's now got 6 points in the last 7 games. That shot saved by Skinner.
Exactly, Graham, and he's another leader on this Mayhem team. He's done a great job early being a leader for this team, getting some points, doing what he's got to do, and he's not afraid to be physical either. I know we've talked about physicality, hammering at home, but you got to give him credit. He's a great player for this Mayhem team that's stepped up in a big way.
We're going to take a media timeout here. We'll keep it here, William. 2:37 left to go in the first period, and that is the kind of play that you don't really expect to see out of Colby Muse, but when you have a guy take that angle like Schnapp did, just completely throwing the body into Kale List to get positioning and even create a shot on goal to have a rebound that's able to be shot at, much less get it on goal. All the right things done by Schnapp on that play, but Muse, that's a rebound he'd likely like to have back.
Well, Graham, also, you got to give credit to Jarrett Cupp, the wily veteran. He was in the right position. I think they kind of had that as a set play. They knew Schnapp had that physicality. Again, you talked about it. Broke off List there, got the shot. Muse sold, and again, Cupp was right there to scoop up the loose trash and put it in the net, giving them a nice goal to tie it up at 1.
For Jarrett Cupp, that's his 10th goal with the Macon Mayhem in game number 143. So that just goes to show a very solid defensive presence, doesn't really jump up into the play much, and that is his second power play goal of his Mayhem tenure, only his 3rd power play goal of his SPHL career.
Yeah, he's just a defensive defenseman, one of the better ones that come, very defensively responsible. If there was a Lady Bing trophy here in the SPHL, he'd certainly be winning it. In his entire SPHL career, he spent less than an hour in the penalty box in just 2 minutes on the season so far.
That's
really
insanely impressive.
I know, he's just an impressive player that just does what he can and does it in a big way for the Mayhem.
So by about 3 seconds, that is an even strength goal. I stand corrected. So the power play 0 for 1 for the Mayhem, but they'll take the goal. Oh, here's a chance down low for the Rivermen. Great back check by Grimshaw to tie up the stick and keep the Rivermen off the board yet again. Skinner without his stick here. He's now got it back. But Grimshaw with a good defensive play there. Mark that one.
Skinner's been a little jumpy so far. He's taken some risks early, and again, we talked about it. That's not something you want to see from your goalie, being aggressive like that and leaving that net wide open.
Yeah, overly aggressive is also not the style of play that Dyson Skinner has really, shown us in his Mayhem tenure so far. You see it from some guys. Pyotr Kochetkov in the NHL comes to mind. Very overly aggressive when it comes to playing the puck, and it can work out from time to time, but it's also not the game that Dyson Skinner has made for himself and not what got him here.
No, not at all, and he's done a good job when he has to, just staying in his net, staying at home and doing what he does. He doesn't have to be a Dominik Hasek. He doesn't have to be flying all over the place and making saves, or a Martin Brodeur playing it with the puck. He's just got to stay at home, do his job, make some saves. That's what he's done really well in his first 6 games. He's just got to keep doing that here and not go away from his style and panicking against a Peoria team that's got a lot of offensive firepower.
1:32 left to go. Shots on goal 6-6 on the in-house scoreboard here. Dan Winslow going to take the face-off. Fornaris gets it back to List. That shot tipped in front, and Skinner made that stop.
Nice poke there too, Graham.
That was deflected in front of Skinner, and he made the stop there. Fornaris ended up blocking his own team's shot. Winslow flips it up to center ice, where it's played down to the surface by Ernst. Forced back here to Ernst. Winslow on him, a good play with the stick. Causes him to reverse course. List has it. Fired up the ice. Breakaway chance for Fornaris, and he rocketed it high.
That was a dangerously close chance there, Graham. They really need to get their defenseman back there and playing that puck and not give him an open look like that.
Jacob Schnapp gets the red line, sends it in. Now he'll get off for a change. Muse leaves it behind his net for Wilkie. He sends it off the board. Good play there with the stick by Jarrett Cupp. But now deflected in on side, and Allison has to go get it. 30 seconds left, period number 1. Tyson's got it, trying to fire it past Drapluck in his first game back with the Rivermen after surgery in the offseason. Dadajinov keeps it in the zone, flying with it. Here come the Mayhem. Time ticking down, a shot over the crossbar by Mateo Ibarra.
And Ibarra, what a hit there, and he was just able to finish it. Nice shot, little high, but good idea there from the Mayhem late in the period.
He is just a streak of blue on the ice at all times, and that will take us to the first intermission. So the Mayhem, a good close to that period after a lackluster start, and we're tied at 1. Rivermen and Mayhem here in the Macon Coliseum. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll recap the action in that first period for you in the first intermission report on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network.
About starting a new career, the Georgia Department of Corrections is now hiring correctional heroes. Earn a competitive salary and advance your career through GDC. The agency is now hiring correctional officers, counselors, food service workers, and many more. Most positions require candidates to be 18 years of age or older, have a high school diploma or GED. Positions are now available across the state of Georgia. Apply now at gdcjobs.com to learn more. GDC. One team.
Join the celebration as Minuteman Press Macon proudly celebrates 35-plus years of serving Middle Georgia with top-quality print media. Minuteman Press Macon is a full-service printing, marketing, and design center. We design, print, and promote you. From business cards to building signage, we've got you covered. Promotional products? No problem. Let's keep printing and growing together. Go Mayhem.
Wesleyan College is a proud sponsor of the Macon Mayhem. A leader in accelerating equality for women since 1836, Wesleyan College prides itself on providing young women with a platform to develop as students, professionals, and emerging leaders in the Middle Georgia community and beyond. Through the power of a liberal arts education, Wesleyan prepares its graduates to make a positive impact not only on the community around them, but around the globe. Join the pack. Apply now at www.wesleyancollege.edu/admission.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women. Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
We're back here at Macon Coliseum. Graham Tuck with William Bazzone here on Flow Hockey on the Mayhem Radio Network. It's 1-1 as the Mayhem host the Rivermen for the first time since 2019. And it was a period that was dominated by the Rivermen, no other way to put it, until about halfway, maybe a little bit farther into the first period. And the Macon Mayhem able to get on the board and tie this game back up at 1. We'll take a look at the scoring before we get William's take on the period. It was early from the Rivermen when they got on the board. 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. We had hardly gotten out of our game notes before Tristan Trudell got Peoria on the board. The assists going to Braden Barker and Joseph Drapluk. So good to see that from Drapluk, his first game back in the lineup this season after an injury. And Barker, his 9th assist of the year. Trudell, his 3rd goal of the season. Then at 14:44, a delay of game, puck over the glass, minor penalty from Chase Spencer. And that put the Rivermen on the penalty kill. And the penalty kill was honestly clinical. They were fantastic from the Peoria Rivermen. But just 3 seconds after the penalty expired, Jacob Schnapp used his frame to take the puck in, put a reverse hit onto Cale List, and his shot created a rebound that was batted home by Jarrett Cupp. And that is where we stand. 1-1 after 1. Peoria out shooting Macon 8-6. What was really the turning point in that period for you that caused the Mayhem to really get back in front of the game and, play their style instead of letting the Rivermen dictate the pace there?
Well, I think that reverse hit we talked about later in the first period, it just rattled this Macon Coliseum. You saw those fans getting into it a little bit more. And I think Chinichny in his timeouts definitely told these guys, hey, we're looking a little flat out here early. You saw the Mayhem looking a little slow coming out of the gates, not playing their brand of hockey, and I think they were a little nervous, to be honest with you, playing against a very good Peoria Rivermen team. They're known for their offense, they're known for their defense, playing well on every phase of the ice, really. But again, once they got to their brand of hockey, things seemed to go right for them. And Graham, you mentioned it there, on the power play, almost the power play for the Mayhem, it was Jacob Schnapp. That physicality early, he was not afraid to go at the goaltender, Colby Muse, and do what he was brought here to do, almost like a welcome to the FPHL moment for the young guy who's been in that league for a while, now coming up to the SPHL and making his presence known in his first game.
Yeah, just a great story from Jacob Schnapp, making his first appearance in the SPHL after 3+ seasons in the FPHL with the Carolina Thunderbirds. This is the 164th game of his professional career, and it's the first one with any team other than the Carolina Thunderbirds. He played 53 games with the team last season. As you mentioned, had a 20-goal season with the club. His first 20-goal season of his career at any level. Then this season, he's got 7 points through 12 games, but he makes the jump to the SPHL tonight for the first time ever, and he's got his 49th career goal. What a story from Jacob Schnapp. He was the difference in that first period.
I think so, Graham. And look, we haven't seen him drop the gloves yet. That's something that he's been known for.
Oh, he's got it in his bag for sure.
Oh yes, absolutely, Graham. We were talking before the game. He's a fan favorite down in Carolina because he is pugnacious. He is not afraid to fight people. 227 penalty minutes in 22-23, and I believe it was over 120 in 23-24. I would love to see him and Tristan Trudell go down and dance at the middle of the center ice. But again, speaking of Tristan Trudell, not an offensive scorer for the Rivermen, coming in, getting his 3rd goal of the season, and Jarrett Cupp, stay-at-home defenseman, coming up, getting that 2nd goal on a little redirect there. The wily defenseman making his presence known and just doing what he does best and being in the right place at the right time.
Yep, a great shot there from Jarrett Cupp to put it past Muse, and that is where we stand through 20 minutes of play. We'll take another break and take a look around the SPHL here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network.
Wesleyan College is a proud sponsor of the Macon Mayhem. A leader in accelerating equality for women since 1836, Wesleyan College prides itself on providing young women with a platform to develop as students, professionals, and emerging leaders in the Middle Georgia community and beyond. Through the power of a liberal arts education, Wesleyan prepares its graduates to make a positive impact not only on the community around them, but around the globe. Join the pack. Apply now at www.wesleyancollege.edu/admission.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women. Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stop by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stop by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women. Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stop by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stop by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
We're back here at the Macon Coliseum. Just a couple minutes left in the first intermission. I'm Graham Tuck here with you on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. We'll take a look around the SPHL. 6 teams in action tonight. Peoria and Macon are the only ones that have dropped the puck so far. Fayetteville is in Huntsville tonight taking on the Havoc. They're supposed to be dropping the puck in about 5 minutes. And in about 15 minutes, it'll be Pensacola in Quad City. So those two teams vying for positioning in the standings with the Macon Mayhem. So that's an important game to keep an eye on if you're the Macon Mayhem. Only 3 games tonight, but all 10 teams in action tomorrow. Peoria back in Macon for a 6 p.m. puck drop. Then Knoxville and Roanoke will take the ice against each other at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Then Fayetteville and Huntsville will do it again. Birmingham is in Evansville, and Pensacola and Quad City again tomorrow night. That'll do it for the first intermission report here in Macon. When we come back, Graham Tuck and William Bazzone on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network for period number 2 of Macon Mayhem and Peoria Rivermen.
Wesleyan College is a proud sponsor of the Macon Mayhem. A leader in accelerating equality for women since 1836, Wesleyan College prides itself on providing young women with a platform.
College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stop by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stop by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
We're back and ready for period number 2 in Macon on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. I'm Graham Tuck with William Bazzone. 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. The Macon Mayhem hosting the Peoria Rivermen for the first time in 5 years, and they really turned the tides at the end of that first period. What did you see there, and what are you looking for in this second period, William?
I just saw the Macon Mayhem being a little more physical there, Graham, and look, I'd love to see that happen again. They should be pests in this period. Get under Peoria's skin. Peoria draws a lot of penalties. 63 times they've been shorthanded this year. That's third in the league. Got to see that more from Macon, whether that's Dan Linsla, whether that's Jacob Schnapp, any of these guys that are usually a little more physical. I'd love to see them get into the action and maybe getting a little fisticuff, shall we say.
Macon did stay out of the penalty box in that first period, and I guarantee you that was a message from Coach Pshenichny. With as good as this Peoria power play is, you cannot let yourself lose this game from special teams.
Absolutely, Graham, and even just not being afraid. We saw in those first few minutes they were a little afraid, and now they just got to lock in and not keep it playing their brand of hockey.
An early goal in the first period is what got the Rivermen on the board. Mayhem would like to prevent that from happening here in the second as Ronan takes it in to the corner. Stepping in to make a play is Winslow. That line reunited. Ronan, Winslow, and Schnapp. This stretch pass a little bit too far out in front of Fornaris. Romatario stepping in behind the net. Puck is going to float out near Skinner's crease, and now Winslow will chip it out of the zone.
That was close, Graham. He had no coverage there, did Dyson Skinner, so they really just got to make sure they're getting that puck out a little faster if they want to do that.
Gillot, that puck will make its way to Fox, and he puts it on to Skinner. Shots on goal were 8-6 Rivermen in that first period. It felt like it was more than that in favor of the Rivermen, honestly, just from the amount of pressure that they were able to build up in those first 5 minutes. And then the tides turned later in the period, as we've mentioned. But Macon still in it in all aspects.
Absolutely, Graham. I think you're right about that. And look, a lot of shots went high or wide. A lot of trigger-happy players out there tonight, and I think that's going to continue in this period, whether it's a shot on goal or just a shot attempt.
Kelly with a nice little touch pass to spring his team out of the zone. Here's a chance at the circles. Loose puck is going to make its way to Kelly, who started the play. Shot from the circles. Rebound comes all the way back out to Allison. His slap pass off the inboards. Rebound backhanded, and Kelly's taken down behind the net. No call. Cup sends it deep. Kelly is there. Grimshaw let it go by.
Mayhem fans not happy with that missed penalty call, Graham.
Kelly was taken off his feet. Skating to win the race for icing is Allison, and he does get there. So the forwards can change, but yeah, that seemed like the Mayhem should have been back on the power play.
Absolutely, Graham. Just not something, and again, we talked about it. Peoria is one of those teams that will be penalized, and early we're seeing that physicality from the Mayhem, and Peoria is just trying to respond and push back, and maybe that'll lead to a sly penalty here in a few minutes. We'll see what happens.
Face-off win by Tyson. Ibarra takes it to the wall. He's got it in his skates. Thornton with a keep at the blue line, shot through traffic from the blue line, and an easy glove stop from Colby Muse.
I think we got to talk about that Tao Ishizuka shot on that last sequence too, Graham. Nice look there from the rookie. He's been a really great, consistent scorer for the Mayhem and almost got paid dirt there. We'll see if he gets a couple more shots and maybe one goes in for him tonight.
18:24 to go, period number 2. Another face-off win for Tyson, but they'll redo it. Macon Mayhem have been pretty good in the face-off circle so far tonight. That's an area that they've struggled in a couple of games this season, and it's come back to bite them.
I think that's because they've had a lot of rotating centers, Graham, and now that they've had a consistent group of those, they're doing well and winning them.
Witherspoon with a backhanded pass intended for Ibarra. Ibarra with a good stick check in the neutral zone and tried to wrap it back around to spring Witherspoon, but it was intercepted there by Trudell. Fired up the ice, and Thornton's got it now. He'll fight off a check, and Paralot sends it off the skate of Spencer. Paralot gets it back here. He'll take it to the blue line of his own end. Tried to muscle it forward, but it's intercepted there by Spencer. Tyson put a stick check on it, and now it floats out to Thornton. He'll send it to Paralot. Has it on the backhand, off the wall to Tyson, 3-on-2. Sends it down low for Ibarra. He sends it back out in front. Tyson takes it to the corner here after a good play there from Dadajanov. Witherspoon to the wall. He heads to the corner, now reverses. He's got a couple of bodies on him. And an easy takeaway there by Spencer.
And a good sequence there, Graham. They just got to do a little bit more to fight off those checks and get something in the net. It might come their way soon.
Spencer skates up the ice. Intercepted here by Allison. Ahead to Tyson. Tyson brings it in on side at the end of a long shift. He'll get off, and the line change is complete. Raleigh, Abbott, and Winslow, the forwards now. Winslow could not keep at the blue line. He's back to get it. Intercept there, and Skinner's out of his crease to play it. Winslow behind the net. He'll move on the backhand. Skates right up the middle. Abbott with a big blow.
Another big reverse hit there, Graham. And he looks like he's feeling that one.
Abbott took the worst of that one, and he is slow heading back to the bench. And now the Rivermen bring it in. Bear drops it off all the way around the outside, and it makes its way on net, but Skinner made the stop with the pads. Stretch pass ahead for Ishizuka. Tipped, so no icing.
Yeah, tough look for Abbott there. That'd be bad to be down a forward this early in the first game of a 3-game series, Graham.
Yeah, very true. You got to. We talked about it off mic earlier before the game. You got to make sure that you're not taking anything off the gas, but at the same time, you don't want to be shorthanded for a very important 3-game weekend.
And I like the physicality there, Graham. They're doing their job. They've rebounded for sure in that last sequence, but again, got to play it maybe a little safer.
Cup with a chance. It goes off the end boards, never on goal. That shot all the way through traffic. No deflection off the stick of Thornton. And it's stopped by Muse. So this has been a good start to the period, I'd say, for the Mayhem.
Yeah, Graham, they've done a good job. Again, other than that Abbott hit, they've had 2 really big ones that have rocked the crowd here in the Coliseum so far. I like to see them getting hits on players. Bodies are going to the floor. I like that, and I really hope that they keep that going. A couple more face-off wins, a couple nice passes in the O-zone here, and I could see something happening for the Mayhem.
Important shift here in the offensive zone as Winslow is going to step in for the face-off. Unable to win the draw, though. Good play in the circles by Devine. That shot easily stopped by Muse, and Muse has not seemed tonight like he has any interest in playing the puck whatsoever. He has taken the opportunity to get a face-off in his defensive zone pretty much any chance he's gotten.
And because Peoria only has 4 defensemen, you wonder why you wouldn't use him as a 5th defenseman, right? Or somebody that's willing to play the puck, be a little more aggressive, but I think they realize they don't have a lot on defense, so they got to step up and do their part.
Yeah, and also those face-offs, that definitely could be a part of it. Creating those draws gives your D a chance to breathe.
Absolutely. You get another 10-15 seconds. That's important when your guys are playing long stretches here.
Interception in the neutral zone by Thornton. He waits for Schnapp to touch up on side, and now he goes out to play the puck. Pass intercepted by Cup. He tried to one-time it. Easy stick save from Muse. Winslow sends it to the corner. Maneuvering around his man is Ronan, the former Riverman. Sends it up the ice, and now a pass up. Oh, a nice little move to get it in. That shot saved by Skinner. That was Trudell who made that move into the zone, looking for his 2nd goal of the night. Trudell, another shot blocked by Paralot, never made its way onto Skinner. I've been impressed with Dustin Paralot tonight.
Yeah, and he got the start, so clearly Dave Schnitzny must see something in this guy. There's a big hit there along the boards.
Yeah, Paralot tried to go up and over Chase Spencer.
And Graham, as I was saying, he must have shown Dave Schnitzny something in practice to get a start this week, because usually we're seeing a bunch of different guys come out there on the D-line, and now tonight it's nice to see him doing well.
Yeah, when you're at home, obviously the starting lineup, you're matching up against whoever is in the starting lineup for the visitors, and you're trying to get the matchup that you want. So Schnitzny saw something that he liked from Paralot matched up against the forward unit, one of the top units for the Rivermen.
Absolutely, Graham. I think you're right there. And also that defensive unit as well, also very offensively capable as well.
Bears got it in the offensive end for the Rivermen now. The puck hasn't been on this end of the ice a whole lot in this game, whether it be in the first period with the Mayhem on the offensive, and now in the second period, the Rivermen being hemmed into their defensive end a little bit. Oh, trying to tuck it up and over the pad of Skinner. That was a good offensive chance there by Jordan Ernst, looking for his 11th goal of the season, but not going to get it, and it is iced by the Mayhem here. So that'll take us to immediate timeout. 13:56 left in period number 2, still tied at 1 on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network.
And go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly!
We're back and ready to go here. 13:56 left, period number 2. D-zone draw for the Mayhem. McChesney can't win it against Grimshaw, who now steps in to keep the puck in Mayhem possession. Allison to Ishizuka, now Witherspoon into the zone. He's taken to the wall, though, by Dadadjanov. This is a big blue line group from the Peoria Rivermen. As you mentioned earlier, not one defenseman on this Peoria roster shorter than 6'2".
Absolutely, Graham, and you're seeing that early. Dadadjanov has been laying a lot of hits. He's been almost everywhere on this ice, covering a lot of ground for the Rivermen, who are shorthanded on the blue line tonight.
Turnover in the defensive end for the Rivermen there. Witherspoon trying to keep it moving. He's got it in the slot now. Rivermen make a stick chance there. Witherspoon had a look there. He's going to step back in. Nice toe drag. Sends it to the slot. Poked at by Paralot. Stopped by Muse. Loose puck comes out and kept in possession by Cup. He sends it back down low. Good shift from the Mayhem here.
Yeah, absolutely, Graham. Nice move. They got on net. They were aggressive. And just maybe one little move there, and that might have snuck past Colby Muse.
Paralot was stuck with a tough angle there on that chance, but now Ibarra brings it in. Oh, toe drag all the way in. Loose puck leads on to Muse, and it is stopped there as he moves out of his crease to grab it. Ibarra was charging onto him to make that play.
Cheeky little deke there, Graham. Got it where he wanted it. Again, I don't love it, Pat, throwing it right on net there. Got to go low side because that's where Muse really hasn't been covering that well.
Ibarra trying to catch back up to that puck, I feel like, in that moment, but he just couldn't get around both guys. Maybe a better play to slow things down and create a look there, especially with how much ozone pressure the Mayhem have mounted lately.
Drop pass might have been the best play there, Graham, but again, I think he panicked. He thought he had the toe drag, thought he had the look, and tried it. And well,
hindsight always 20/20, of course, as there's a save by Muse. Rebound for Tyson. He tried the wraparound, and Spencer sealed the back door.
Leading scorer for the Mayhem, almost got his 8th goal of the season there, Graham. Nice look, but now they're on the defensive end here, trying to get a stop.
Nice stick check from Aromatario, but unable to depossess Devine as Skinner makes a stop. First one he's had to stop in a while.
I think everybody kind of stopped there for a second, Graham. They thought that might have snuck past Skinner, and even Skinner, too. He thought that might have gone past him, but alas, ends up in the glove, and now both teams will change and be fresh here in the ozone.
Winslow going to take the face-off.
Another nice win there by Winslow.
Yeah, he's been great in the circles tonight. And the Mayhem are without their top face-off guy, Alex Cohen, with the Orlando Solar Bears of the East Coast Hockey League, but he has been their stud in the face-off circles this season. Oh, Schnapp with a good play to charge the crease, and Muse has to make a stop. Loose puck makes its way back out to Schnapp. One-time chance for Ronan, and he sent it wide. Paralot, nice toe drag to get it in, and that shot blocked. It careens back to the slot. Cup's going to stop it here. Faked the shot. He's still got it, and Schnapp cannot keep the zone as Cup was pushed off the puck there by Gillot.
And I like that again from Schnapp there. Tried to do a little one-hand drag, got it in there, just couldn't sneak it back.
Schnapp has had a great game. This cross-ice pass is off the mark. Aromatario with good defensive position prevented a backdoor chance from Jordan Ernst. Ronan into the zone. A blocker stop from Muse on the shot from Grimshaw. Aromatario walks it down low. Behind the net, Grimshaw gets it back to Ronan. His shot into the glove of Muse. And this has been a fantastic start to the second period from the Mayhem.
You love to see it.
You couldn't ask for anything more.
Absolutely, Graham. You'll love to see it there. They're being aggressive. Whatever Dave Shinichny told his guys in the locker room, I don't know if they can hear me and you talking up here, but clearly what we're saying is certainly translating onto the ice, and they're doing really well. little more than 9 minutes through the period here.
I'll tell you one thing, they'll hear it in film, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely, Graham.
Grimshaw, Witherspoon going to take the face off. Looks like Ishizuka's the third forward. Allison slams it in all the way around the boards. Witherspoon takes it out there. Witherspoon to the slot. His shot blocker save Muse. Rebound there, but nobody to clean up the rebound for the Mayhem.
Another dangerous chance, though, Graham.
Oh,
Great
with
look.
speed, the Rivermen in. Romatario takes his man to the wall. Allison backhands it to Witherspoon. Loose puck sent out of the zone here by the Rivermen.
And no icing, too, Graham. Now they can get a change and get some guys out here. They're looking a little tired.
Spencer sends it cross ice, chance in the slot. McChesney fired it wide. Winslow lost that board battle, sent all the way around. Here's another chance for the Rivermen, but that one's going to be fired all the way across corner. Witherspoon trying to tap it out. Slap shot blocked there off a Riverman's stick. Witherspoon sends it around the back end. Mayhem still can't clear. Oh, a mask save from Skinner. And this one is sent down. It's going to be iced by the Mayhem. That was an odd-looking save from Skinner. We've seen that from him a couple times this season.
A few times, even tonight, Graham. Just a few times, but Dyson Skinner looks like he's locked in. A few dangerous chances there for the Rivermen in that last sequence. They got it out, got it iced. Maybe not the best move there, but I think it's one you had to make. Now they got to win a big draw here, and they got Dan Winslow taking that face off.
Bear fired a shot right off of a loose puck collection, and Skinner made that save. Allison going after a guy after the play, too. That was Ernst that he fired a little check to.
I think that's what you got to see, Graham. I was about to say the same thing there. Need a little more chippiness. It seems like both teams have kind of been like, all right, don't hurt me and I won't hurt you. You know, it's just like they're not as physical as I thought this would be between each other, but maybe we'll see that pick up after this media timeout in a few seconds.
I think both teams know it's in their benefit to be at full health for this entire weekend. That could definitely be playing a part.
Yeah, Graham, and it is the first game of one. But again, tonight, like I said in the early part, got to see what works and what doesn't, and not really taking any chances on that physicality for sure.
Ibarra tried to go short side there, saved by Muse, put out in front, looking for Winslow. Paralot gets the rebound, and it was tipped high. Macon with a good chance here. Cup sends it down for Winslow. Ibarra's got it back. Backhands it up to Paralot. He keeps the zone, fires it off of a body. Kelly gets it here. He fires it down, and now it's sent out. And a hit away from the play, no call. That was Paralot on the blue line. Now the Rivermen with a chance, and it's fired out here by Ibarra.
Yeah, that was Jalot on the hit on Paralot there. Little dirty, I don't think the ref saw it, but it's just part of the game at some point.
Ibarra goes flying for a hip check. Now Bear into the zone. He sends it cross ice, and a stop from Skinner to bail his team out. Kept in the zone by the Rivermen, but Schnapp sends it to the wall. Good positioning there. He tried to free Ibarra. At the end of a long shift, he'll go off. Paralot slaps it out of the zone. This is not icing here. And Ronan with a good play on the forecheck.
Almost put it in his own net, too.
He did. Stepping in, Romatario. Wow, if he had been able to free Ronan, that would have been impressive.
Absolutely.
Schnapp throws a hit behind the goal there. Out at neutral ice, Crowder with the puck. Brought back into the zone, though. And finally, it returns to the neutral zone. Allison sends it in off the stick of Ronan. Stretch pass up the ice. Coop Miners could not settle it. Allison gets it to his partner, Romatario. Ronan ahead for Tyson. He's into the zone. Tried to put on the brakes, but he lost the puck in the process. Witherspoon stepping in, able to keep the puck in Mayhem possession. 8:09 left in the second period here. A lot of Mayhem shots on goal, but none of them able to get past Colby Muse. We've seen him steal games a couple of times already this season. It feels like that's the kind of situation that you might be getting into. Unfortunately for the Mayhem, you got to find a way to get it past him.
And especially with only 4 defensemen, Graham, you got to be able to do that when these guys are tired, maybe soon.
That shot through traffic saved by Skinner, and the rebound never got another shot off. Good sticks there from Tyson, and Witherspoon prevented it. Ishizuka could have had a 3-on-2 if the pass had gotten to him cleanly, but instead it's reversed back, and this is not iced, as Thornton could have played it.
Looks like they might have been trying to clear it out too there, Graham, but you're absolutely right. Could have been a 3-on-2.
Grimshaw springs his man into the zone. Raleigh for Ishizuka. Back to Grimshaw. He still got it, and he gets a shot off. This is a penalty coming up against the Rivermen. Grimshaw draws the call, and a great setup there from Ishizuka.
And now they finally did get a penalty called against Peoria there, Graham. It looked like he got him on a trip or a hook or something of that nature. Macon going on the power play after this media timeout.
And one thing to note, we just saw Curtis Abbott head to the Mayhem locker room, so obviously not a great look there, but the Mayhem 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. They are going to get another opportunity. They did technically score 3 seconds after the power play. In my book, it kind of counts as a power play goal because in my mind, really, the power play doesn't end until you're able to completely get a new fresh unit on after the penalty expires, but it won't go down in the books as a power play goal.
And I think just as a morality booster, that I think is just one of those that you want to count as a power play goal. I think you're right, Graham, and certainly you could tell the guys were buzzing after that one. So I think we'll give it to them, but let's see if they can get a real power play goal in this sequence on a tired Riverman unit and a battered Colby Muse, who's taken, Graham, as you said, a lot of shots at him in this first period.
Shinichny giving the commands to his unit on the bench. This is the first time he's coaching against the team that he played for with the Macon Mayhem. He was 4-11 against the Rivermen last season with the Quad City Storm. And all time, he's got a 23-46-7 record against Peoria in his coaching career. Of course, all of those numbers with the Quad City Storm.
And also in his playing career under Jean-Guy Trudel, Shinichny was the SPHL Defenseman of the Year in 17-18. Crazy to think that's all coming full circle for the head coach on the Macon Mayhem bench.
You want to hear another full circle moment? Shinichny's first game as a coach in the SPHL was a 4-3 overtime win against Peoria in the first game of Quad City Storm history. And guess who scored the game-tying goal on the power play with 2:36 left in the third period?
Go on a limb and say it's Dave Shinichny.
Nope, he was behind the bench, but his player that scored the goal to force overtime, and eventually the Storm would end up winning. Now Mayhem assistant coach Taylor McCloy.
And he's a great guy, Taylor McCloy. I got the pleasure of meeting him before the season started. Great guy, and Phil Esposito as well. Great group of guys helping lead these young rookies to a good start.
Well, this power play has not gotten off to a great start as Ibarra is slammed to the ice by Dadajanoff, and now a shorthanded chance for Michael McChesney and a save from Skinner. Will he keep this puck moving? No, as McChesney was charging in, and Skinner bails his team out after another rough start to a man advantage.
Probably smart he didn't play that puck out because we talked about it earlier, Graham. McChesney, with 2 shorties already this year, probably doesn't want to give up a third, and especially a one-on-one situation like that. Smart to keep it there, get a fresh group of bodies out. You're probably your defensive guys here on the power play, and just get a good sequence going and make the most of this power play with a minute left.
The penalty, by the way, was 2 minutes for hooking to Tristan Trudel at 12:44. Aromatario's got it across the red line. He takes a spill, but Paralot is over to grab it. Sends it back to Aromatario. Now Grimshaw with the puck. Aromatario with the setup play. His shot save made. Paralot, another chance, and he rocketed it wide. Grimshaw's got it here. Sends it down low. Chance from Ronan. Set up there. Went wide, short side. Paralot with the puck again to Aromatario. Paralot took a nasty spill there.
And that was Zach Wilkie on the play there, making that little bit of a hit that he didn't want to have to take, and now here go the Rivermen in transition.
Ronan is tripped and no call somehow. That was textbook tripping, and Ronan unable to draw the call. Winslow had his arms up on the bench, unable to fathom how it's not a 5-on-3 right now.
And that would be so helpful for the Mayhem because, again, as this penalty's winding down, they don't get a lot of shots on net. They get stifled by this tough Riverman penalty kill. That would have been huge to have a short 5-on-3.
And the Mayhem ran into the linesman there on the chance off the bench, and so unable to touch it into the zone on side, and that is a critical icing there for the Mayhem with 5:12 as we're back to even strength. 5:12 left in period number 2.
And then to go from a power play to now in your D zone off the icing. Again, Graham, you said it, not a position you want to be in, but again, just win the draw here, get it out, reposition yourselves, and try to finish these final 5 with a little bit more energy.
Shots on goal read 15-14, Mayhem on the in-house scoreboard. Grimshaw to Aromatario. Board battle here in the Mayhem D zone. Loose puck eventually makes its way to Paralot. Witherspoon swats at it, able to get it out of the zone. Ishizuka slammed to the ice there.
The fans are not liking that one either, Graham. The Boo Bird's starting to come out here in the Coliseum.
Gillot drops it off on the backhand, settled by Ernst. His shot saved by Skinner. Gillot fought off a high stick from his own teammate. Bears got it here. His shot blocked in front. Winslow settles it. He'll take it away.
Yeah, good sequence there by the Mayhem. They got it out when they needed to, and now they get another icing call there. And
man, oh man, that is one that the Mayhem are not happy with at all. The Mayhem are going to want this face-off to go to center ice. They might have an argument here.
Yeah, Graham, I think you're right. Boo Birds again coming down here in the Coliseum. They're not happy with the officiating in this arena tonight, and you know, in the popularity of the crowd, perhaps they might have a case, but hey, the referees, they're doing what they can, and not seeing a lot of emotion from Dave Shinichny right now. He just seems to be kind of beside himself after this little sequence here. Let's see what happens after all this goes down.
Yeah, we've seen Shinichny be very vocal in timeouts before this season at different points. Not this timeout in particular. Obviously a little bit peeved by that icing call. We'll see if that faceoff does end up in the defensive zone for the Mayhem. It looks like it's going
it does.
to.
Yeah, all the linesmen just pointed down there. So I think Shinichny's just got to tell his guys, hey, reframe the energy. They've done really well this whole period, but again, that power play where they got battered and bruised, they didn't get the tripping call, the fans aren't happy. The energy's just got to be back in the center, calm down, and again, finish this period off with a bang.
At the very least, you get the break from the media timeout, so you're not that gassed after the icing, but still.
Those media timeouts are never long enough, though, Graham. I'll tell you that much. A little bit of a false start here, so they'll do it again.
They're going to boot Draplook, and in steps Devine. Draplook and Witherspoon both jump. First warning issued to one of the teams. I believe it was Connor Witherspoon. Face-off win from Devine. That shot through traffic, wide off the inboard. Skinner races to seal the post, swatted at by Thornton. But with the long change, the Mayhem won't be able to completely change. Allison is on for Aromatario, so at least one of the tired five get off. But Thornton able to get it to Witherspoon. Just try to get it deep here. Ishizuka cannot, but his body makes a play on the forecheck. Winslow sends it cross ice. Settled by Witherspoon, and a save made by Muse. And the rebound popped up. It nearly ended right back on Muse, but Allison's going to settle it here, and now Winslow can change. Witherspoon does the same.
And a nice move there, Graham. They did what they had to do, got a shot on the net, and that's what we're talking about in terms of getting that energy refocused.
Loose puck, great play with the body there by Crowder, but a turnover. Allison to Tyson, who gets dumped there. Rather, Coop Miners took the harder spill. And now Thornton gets it deep. Muse plays it here to his man Wilkie. Ibarra gets his stick up, makes a play on Coop Miners.
Got to be careful he doesn't get called for a high stick though, Graham.
And now backhanded in. It bounces on Skinner, and he does settle it. And a little shove there from Ibarra. Gonna get the crowd rowdy here.
Not something you usually see out of Ibarra, though. Nice to see him step up and stick up for his goalie.
Now he's going to take a shove in the face from Coop Miners. Now he's playing coy, trying to draw a penalty for his team, but keep an eye on that. Coop Miners and Ibarra going at it.
Absolutely, Graham. And again, you know how they say it. It's always the second guy that'll get called for it. So nice to see Ibarra sticking up for his guys. Somebody, like I said, that doesn't really get into these kind of forays, but again, maybe those two will have a little bit of history going into the rest of this game.
Ibarra's the kind of guy that just flies around, and if it results in physicality, so be it, but he just skates with so much speed 24/7.
Oh, absolutely, Graham. You're right about that, and here's McChesney. Watch for him right here to get a move off a screenshot or something.
Skating in, Spencer moved to the backhand, and he sent it wide. A good angle there by Cup and Paralot, able to force that to the outside. Fighting for position on Grimshaw. This is Fox, who sends it up top. That shot tipped in front. Rebound from Fox. Penalty here against the Mayhem. It may have prevented a goal, though, and so the Rivermen will head to the power play. It is a slash.
And luckily, Graham, that won't spill over into the third period. 2:49 left here in the second period, but again, not one that Macon wants to take on a really good, and now you hear it from the fans too. They're not happy with this. This Riverman power play is dangerous, Graham. 24.2%. That's second best in the league. And Jordan Ernst, we talked about him as the player to watch. He's got 5 power play goals, and he's in a 4-way tie for fourth, with goals with 10.
2 minutes for slashing to Trent Grimshaw at 17:11 of the second period. And this is the first penalty kill of the game for the Mayhem, and it's a big one. Bear has got it here, looks for options. Faking the one-timer there is Wilkie. That one sent down and remains clear of Skinner's net. Bear to Wilkie. He loads it up, sends it cross ice. Bear, one-timer blocked there by Ibarra. Up top on the penalty kill. Ernst's shot was blocked too. This one's going to careen all the way out of the zone after the block from Allison.
Good start to this penalty kill there, Graham. I like to see this physicality and not willing to block a shot and go at any length to block a shot, rather.
Jarrett Cupp reverses it back, but first man there is the captain, Bear. Ibarra throws a hit, but Wilkie keeps the zone. Ernst is off for a change. Wilkie to Bear. Fresh man onto the ice is Jalot. Touch pass to the bumper spot is broken up. Good look from McChesney, but a better stick from Jarrett Cupp, and the Mayhem clear. New bodies onto the ice for the blue and black.
And I don't think we can talk enough about Mateo Ibarra, Graham. He's had a nice second period here, and the same with Dustin Paralot. We talked about him at the beginning. Really nice little set here, and he's back on the ice here for the Mayhem, looking to make a difference.
Nice touch pass into the zone. Come the Rivermen. They're going to circle the net. Up top, settled here, now sent to the near side. Jalot's got it. He'll send it back up to the blue line. Another touch pass sent down low, looking for a lane, and a nice play to charge in and break it up by Nicholas Aromatario, the former Riverman.
30 seconds left, Graham. Big 30 seconds indeed.
Minute 15 in the period. That shot blocked in front by his own man. Oh, a nice toe drag, and a wrister goes wide.
Like the puck battling down here, too, behind the net, Graham, eh?
10 seconds left in the power play. Jalot's got it here, and a shot into Skinner, who's up to the task with under a minute to play left in period number 2.
Dyson Skinner had a man in his face there, Graham. Nice to just lock in there. He was unfazed, didn't even flinch, took that right in the glove. And I'm loving what I'm seeing from this Mayhem penalty kill, really stepping up to the challenge late in the period when they have to with 55.9 to go. 7 seconds on the power play, I may add.
The Mayhem penalty kill this season at 80%. Obviously, you'd like it to be a little bit higher, but it's been an uphill battle for the Mayhem kill all season after it got off to a rough start with a couple of games that were rough on the power play against the Birmingham Bulls.
Well, their power play unit, Graham, is one of the best in the league, so really not much you can say there. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And we're back to 5-on-5 with Grimshaw out of the box. That shot tipped over Skinner's net. You got to get the puck out of the zone here, though, with 43 seconds left.
Looks like they're going to do that right now, Graham. They got an opportunity with an odd man rush.
Grimshaw with speed, fresh out of the penalty box. Ibarra looks for a lane, sends it back to the far corner. Grimshaw backhands it up to Thornton. He's going to send a shot into Muse's glove, and an ozone draw up coming.
And again, I like the look there out of the penalty box. They hurry it up. They try to put pressure on Colby Muse, but he's unfazed and just puts it away. And now, with 28 seconds to go, this is a prime opportunity for the Mayhem to finish this with a bang in the second period.
28.6 to go. Shots on goal even at 16. Face-off win this time by the Rivermen. Fired up the ice. It caught a rut there in front of the Mayhem bench. This is fired in, no icing. Under 20 seconds to play in period number 2. Ishizuka charging in on the forecheck. Forces Dadajanov to send it around the wall and now off the boards. Loose puck is going to be taken by List. 3 seconds left. Skinner makes the save. He'll hold with .2 left on the clock. A couple extra ticks went off there. I believe we may have a conversation at the scores table to put some time back on the clock, and indeed we will.
I don't know if I like that call by Skinner there to cover it. He could have just thrown it off to the board there. Nobody was there. Could have killed off the rest of that time. And now every second counts here. You don't want to have something like that to end the period on a weird note.
Hopefully nothing comes of it. They do put a little extra bit on the clock. 1.4 left in period number 2 officially.
Looks like your best play here has got to be a tie-up.
Yeah, you're going to try to just drop on this puck. Don't let McChesney win it back quickly. And Winslow wins it clean, and nothing comes of it. That'll do it for period number 2. A scoreless period, and we remain tied at 1 after 40 minutes of play. We'll take another break, and then we'll recap the period for you here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. The Rivermen and Mayhem tied at 1 after 40 minutes of play.
College is a proud sponsor of the Macon Mayhem. A leader in accelerating equality for women since 1836, Wesleyan College prides itself on providing young women with a platform to develop as students, professionals, and emerging leaders in the Middle Georgia community and beyond. Through the power of a liberal arts education, Wesleyan prepares its graduates to make a positive impact not only on the community around them, but around the globe. Join the pack. Apply now at www.wesleyancollege.edu/admission.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women. Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women. Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
We're back for the second intermission here in the Macon Coliseum. I'm Graham Tuck with William Bazzone. 1-1 after 2 periods between the Macon Mayhem and Peoria Rivermen. It has been a very back-and-forth game. That second period more so belonging to the Macon Mayhem. And not much to report from the scoring department, obviously, with it being a 1-1 game. And no scoring in that second period. Tristan Trudell, 2 minutes for hooking at 12:44. And Trent Grimshaw, 2 minutes for slashing at 17:11 are the only things on the score sheet from that second period outside of shots on goal, which read 18-17 Rivermen. But the Mayhem had the clear majority of the shots in that second period. And William, I mean, in that second period, the Mayhem really having the bulk of the scoring chances, but what do you think you can attribute that to?
Well, I just think, again, we talked about it at the break for the first intermission, right? That energy just needed to be there. We didn't see it in the first period until late, and in that second period, we saw them not afraid to take risks. They were willing to take those shots, go to the net, on a really good goaltender too, Graham, and really at the end there, I was a little nervous. I won't lie, on that penalty kill, Peoria had us up against the ropes, and I think this is just really one of those sequences where they dialed in, they did what they had to do, and finished that period on a strong note, although I would have liked to see them capitalize on that power play. Too many missed opportunities, and they looked battered after those 2 minutes with a man advantage.
It's one of those things that you see so frequently in hockey where you dominate a period, you have the bulk of the scoring chances, and you're unable to get on the scoreboard as a result, and then the tide starts to shift. Maybe it's a penalty, maybe it's just some stronger checking from your opponent, and you've dominated a period, and all of a sudden you're at risk of being the only team that doesn't get on the scoreboard in the period. But the Mayhem were able to hold down the fort and escape the second period, still tied at 1.
Yeah, Graham, you're right about that. And maybe they could have had a couple other opportunities. We saw that 5-on-3 midway through the period. Crowd wasn't super happy with a missed penalty there. What might have been, as you said, Graham, a textbook tripping call. But again, those opportunities they happen. Refs miss them. They don't call it. And now they just got to keep that energy going into the third period. keep those scoring chances up. I think that's got to be the key to winning that third period and the game as well.
Absolutely. We'll take another break, and then we'll take a look around the SPHL here in the Macon Coliseum, tied at 1 after 2.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle.
Are you thinking about starting a new career? The Georgia Department of Corrections is now hiring correctional heroes. Earn a competitive salary and advance your career through GDC. The agency is now hiring correctional officers, counselors, food service workers, and many more. Most positions require candidates to be 18 years of age or older, have a high school diploma or GED. Positions are now available across the state of Georgia. Apply now at gdcjobs.com to learn more. GDC. One team.
Join the celebration as Minuteman Press Macon proudly celebrates 35 plus years of serving Middle Georgia with top quality print media. Minuteman Press Macon is a full-service printing, marketing, and design center. We design, print, and promote you. From business cards to building signage, we've got you covered. Promotional products? No problem. Let's keep printing and growing together. Go Mayhem.
We're back here in Macon Coliseum after 2 periods of play. 1-1, Macon Mayhem and Peoria Rivermen. It's time for our look around the SPHL. Macon and Peoria tied at 1, obviously getting ready to enter the third. Huntsville in the first, still up 4-1 on the Fayetteville Marksmen. Wow, we'll take a look at the box score for that one. At the end of the first, Quad City and Pensacola are tied at 1. That is Alex LaPlante, former Mayhem forward, now with the Pensacola Ice Flyers, playing against his former team, the Quad City Storm, in his first game with the Pensacola Ice Flyers. Not a night to remember for Ryan Kenny, as the marksman down 4-1. He has stopped only 9 of 13. And the Huntsville Havoc have gotten on the score sheet in all 3 ways that you can. Even strength, shorthanded. No power play goal. That's an insurance goal. But Craig McCabe, Giovanni Procopio, Jack Jonich, and Dylan Stewart, the goal scorers there. In Quad City for the Storm and the Ice Flyers, it's Waylon Parrish and Shane Bull, the goal scorers in that one, as the first has just ended. And so now we'll bring in William Bazzone. And William, we're taking a look ahead into this third period. The Macon Mayhem in this building have never even gotten a point against the Peoria Rivermen. 0-10-0 all time in the regular season against Peoria. Obviously, they haven't played Peoria here very often, or very often at all. Most of the games against Peoria coming in the early goings of the Macon Mayhem franchise. But that being said, Mayhem has historically struggled against the Peoria Rivermen. They are just 1-27-2-1 against the team all time. They're looking to get win number 2 against the Rivermen in their franchise history tonight. How can they do it?
Well, Graham, I think they really do have to do one of 2 things. A, keep leaning on Dyson Skinner. You talked about Colby Muse winning some games for Peoria. I think Dyson Skinner could be one of those games where he wins that for you. He's done really well tonight. He's played his game, got a little aggressive in the first period, but really corralled that in the second period as well. But again, winning that shot department, they've done that in the first 2 periods very well. They've gotten a lot of shots on net, a lot of good opportunities. And really, if they get a penalty, they can get Peoria into a trap. Keep getting under their skin. It looks like they did that a little bit. Get on a power play and just keep firing that puck home, and hopefully one lands in the back of that nylon in the 4x6.
Yeah, you gotta hope so. The Mayhem did all the right things in that second period, just couldn't get one across the goal line on Muse, and that's where we stand after 2 periods of play. I mean, the goaltenders have been fantastic. This was what we expected coming in when you've got 2 of the hottest goaltenders in the league in Skinner and Muse in the crease. And we talked about this separately off air earlier. You know, with the 3 games in 3 days, both teams having very solid backup options, you got to wonder, when do we see Bailey Birkin? When do we see Nick Latinovich? And with the amount of rubber, or should I say lack of rubber, that both of these goaltenders have seen, and the quality of the play, you got to think that we're going to see the same 2 guys again tomorrow.
I think I disagree with you there, Graham. I think you got to give your goaltenders rest so that for Sunday, in the finale of a triple header, you're ready to go. You got your 2 best goalies in there, and have it be another battle like it is tonight.
Yeah.
Let those backups shine tomorrow. Maybe see a little more offense go in, because we know Birkin's been pretty solid. Had a little bit of a rough patch there, but again, give your backup some time to shine, and then go to your number 1 for each team on Sunday.
We'll have to see. I mean, for the Macon Mayhem, to say the least, they have not played. I don't know how to put this, but you have Skinner tonight, you go Birkin tomorrow, then you go back to Skinner. They haven't done that yet this season. Josh Boyko was the workhorse, started every game until he got hurt. And then Bailey Birkin steps in, starts every game until Dyson Skinner takes over the crease, and they haven't looked back. So there has not been a swap in goaltenders yet. Obviously, you think that has to change at some point. You can't play Skinner every game.
Right.
But that being said, I think it's, both philosophies could work out, and that's going to be a storyline as the series goes down towards the stretch.
Yeah, Graham, I think you're absolutely right there. And we'll see what happens. I think there's got to be a first time for everything, right? And whether we see Birkin tomorrow or on Sunday, we'll see. I would really love to see on a Sunday afternoon matinee another goaltender battle like we're seeing here tonight as the Macon Mayhem come back onto the ice for the 3rd period.
We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, 20 more minutes, maybe extra hockey, who knows? 1-1, Rivermen and Mayhem.
Are you thinking about starting a new career? The Georgia Department of Corrections is now hiring correctional heroes. Earn a competitive salary and advance your career through GDC. The agency is now hiring correctional officers, counselors, food service workers, and many more. Most positions require candidates to be 18 years of age or older, have a high school diploma or GED. Positions are now available across the state of Georgia. Apply now at gdcjobs.com to learn more. GDC.
One team. Join the celebration celebration as Minuteman Press Macon proudly celebrates 35-plus years of serving Middle Georgia with top-quality print media. Minuteman Press Macon is a full-service printing, marketing, and design center. We design, print, and promote you. From business cards to building signage, we've got you covered. Promotional products? No problem. Let's keep printing and growing together. Go Mayhem.
We're back and ready to go. Period number 3. The center ice faceoff goes all the way down to Colby Muse. And we're underway here. Jacob Schnapp with a turnover, or excuse me, a takeaway, I should say, in the offensive end. Graham Tuck with William Bazzone here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network, bringing you down the stretch here. Ronan sends it into the zone. Winslow trying to make something out of that play by going ahead of the puck. Paralot to Aromatario, and now backhanded in by Winslow, and he goes off for a change.
I think you got to give Paralot a lot of credit here. He's in his second game of his SPHL career, and he's done pretty darn well, all things considered, as someone takes a little puck to the face there. He's still down.
That was a Mayhem player who took a stick up high.
Was that Jarrett Cupp?
Right in front of the official, too, and no call. It was clearly a stick up high. It might have been
it's Ibarra.
No, Ibarra's hunched over there. They're looking at someone on the ice, and it might have been on the follow-through. So I'm not sure if it should have been a penalty or not, but it was definitely a stick blade that got somebody up high, and they're right on the boards. I can't see who that is. They went down in such a quick heap that I couldn't even make out who it was.
Yeah, I thought for some reason that was a blue jersey, Graham, but you're right, it's not. Ibarra over there, Cup came over, and he's still down over there on the boards.
It's definitely a Mayhem player. I just am not sure who. And not quick to get up at all. Trainer is out.
And you better hope that's not another forward, Graham. That'd be tough to be down 2.
Yeah, you're already down Curtis Abbott. Very true. Trying to take a look at the Mayhem bench and see who is missing. I'm not seeing Tao Ishizuka on the Mayhem bench. It may be Tao that's down. No, it's Connor Witherspoon, and he's going to head straight to the locker room.
And that is a tough loss right there for Macon. You don't want to see him hobble into the locker room. He's been a really critical player, and now he's holding, looks like his face or something as he's struggling to make his way back over to the Mayhem
He's
side.
He's going
of the
without
boards.
the trainer.
He is walking under his own power, so give him credit, but looks like he was holding his face or something in that area. So we'll see what happens.
He's going to hopefully get patched up and return. Mayhem still without Curtis Abbott. He has not returned to the bench since leaving in the second period.
Yeah, it looks like he might have tweaked an elbow or a wrist on that hit that he made, and he had to hobble back out there. But yeah, that's tough to see 2 forwards down, so you're going to have to see guys digging in here in the third period if neither of them can return. 2 of your
established forwards, too. 2 guys that have been with the team for a little bit now. So the Mayhem will have to do it down the stretch without 2 of their top 9 forwards. So now the play, it's Bear gets all the way in. That was a nice play between Allison and Cup. Now, you know, the pressure is even more so on the newcomers of Ronan and Schnapp. I mean, their role has been immediately enlarged.
Yeah, Graham, and I want to see a little bit more from Ronan tonight. Look, he's played for 3 different teams in the SPHL this season.
4.
Well, this will be his 4th now. Yeah. But before today, 2 with Peoria, 5 with Pensacola, 6 with Quad Cities. In those 13 games, he's got a goal and an assist. Let's see if he can make more of an impact in the offensive end in this third period, because he's done pretty okay holding his own in the D zone.
Paralot behind the net of Skinner. He's going to take it on the backhand up to Jake Raleigh, who we see for the first time in a little bit. Paralot sends it off of Aromatario in a sensitive area. He's going to head to the bench, and that's friendly fire there.
Looks like he's still playing through it, Graham. How about that, eh?
What a man. Love to see that from Romo. Muse leaves it behind the net for his defenseman, Dadajanov. McChesney fights off a hit from Winslow. Not too hard of a hit, those 2 buddies. Backhand pass, cross ice. That shot high of the mark, well over the crossbar. But the rebound also sent wide. Winslow backhanded to the blue line, no further. Allison steps in, takes a loose puck. He'll send it off the wall. Raleigh cannot do anything to force it out. Cross ice pass, here is a chance. Barker's shot was blocked. Another rebound, Skinner is flying out, and he covered that one up with the glove.
Dominic Hasek, is that you right there?
He was nowhere near the crease when he stopped that.
Everybody went flying there, and everybody just went to the ice there for the Mayhem, and I love to see this early in the period. Not afraid to take a hit, not afraid to get down and keep that puck out from going over that red line.
Bear down and just keep the puck out of the net at all costs. That's what you saw there.
That's what we got to say, Graham. That is the key to winning this third period, in addition to having more shots go in the net than Peoria.
Skinner is heading to the bench. Maybe it's just an equipment issue. He was a little hunched over. He's talking with somebody there. Man, you cannot afford to lose Dyson Skinner here. Birkin is throwing his helmet on.
What a change of events here. I don't know what happened. It looked like he got up just okay, but looks like he's pointing at his knee or something. He's moving it around. But you're right, Graham. That would be another tough loss here for Macon if that's what it comes to with Bailey Birkin. So I guess we're seeing him a little early than we thought we would.
Man, oh man, and that is a rough look for the Mayhem, because you've still got 2 games this weekend.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want to lose him in your first to 3, so we'll see. Maybe it's just a minor thing. Looks like he's just getting checked on here.
They're putting something in his face. It's maybe on his eye.
Maybe a bloody nose.
His face is turned away from us. I can see what's going on the bench. They held something up to his face, and now it gave him some water. Birkin is ready to go in should he need to.
That might just be a little bit of a gambit there. I think Skinner's going to go back out here. Well, now it looks like Birkin's got his stick in his hand, Graham. How about this for a turn of events?
Yeah, but at the same time, they're still trying to get Skinner ready to go on the bench.
You better hope you don't take a delay of game penalty here, because they're taking an awful long time looking at Skinner. I don't know, maybe it's a concussion test. I'm not exactly sure, but he does look a little bit out of it there on that sideline.
Skinner stays on the bench, though, which is a good sign. He's definitely wincing as he sits down on the bench.
Maybe not a concussion test. That might have been his knee, because I saw him kind of moving it around.
Yeah. Not quite sure what's going on there with Dyson Skinner, but Bailey Birkin is in at 17:49 left in period number 3. And wow, what a turn of events here. You're thrust in. Birkin hardly even warmed up there, and now he's ready to go. This is Birkin's first action at home with the Macon Mayhem, by the way. He's already in the top 20 in all-time saves made by a Mayhem goaltender. He has yet to make one at home. That is ridiculous, and now he makes his first save with the Mayhem in Macon Coliseum.
Looks like Dyson Skinner's back up again there. Now he sits back down. I'm not really sure how much longer Birkin's going to be in as he faces another one.
Makes another stop there. That one fed out in front, and the chance for McChesney thwarted. Cross ice, one-timer sent wide. Birkin looking a little shaky here in his first action in about a month, maybe a little more. Sent to the slot, and that one is off the mark, intended for Norris. And now Schnapp's got it. He'll skate through center ice. Jacob Schnapp slows things down, sends it around the wall. Ronan took a slow angle there. Grimshaw takes a hit, but now here comes McChesney. Can't get around Jarrett Cupp. Allison fighting for position with Devine. Grimshaw pokes it ahead to Jarrett Cupp, the goal scorer for the Mayhem tonight. Ibarra throws a shoulder there, and Kelly gets it in. They're still working on Dyson Skinner on the bench. It might be a kind of situation where if we get a stoppage, they may be able to put Dyson Skinner back in if he's ready to go.
And you better hope that's sooner rather than later, Graham. Here come the Rivermen again, firing into the offensive zone.
Jarrett Cupp first to the puck in the far corner. Now all the way around. Ibarra fights off a hit from Trudell. Cupp's got it here. Works around the back of the net, fires it to the neutral zone where it's gloved down easily, and a big hit there onto Wilkie. Aromatario fires it in. He fights off a hit. Tight checking third period so far.
That was a good hit there.
Thornton Truth traffic. Oh, that went up high. And her is Dadajanoff. And now another Riverman goes down. That's Jalot. He gets back up. Both Rivermen back up now, but Dadajanoff took a tough spill there.
Sorry, Graham. Didn't mean to interrupt you there, but that was a great hit there by Mateo Ibarra. Can't say enough about that. Threw him into the boards. A statement hit early in the third period.
Through the stick of Paralot. Jalot going to get it. He looks for a passing lane. Good break up there by Paralot. Good stick check from Birkin after a tie-up from Thornton in the slot as Ernst was in position. Paralot off the glass. Past Wilkie, no icing. Mayhem will change.
Still nothing from Dyson Skinner. He's still sitting there. No trainers looking at him here.
Fornaris sends a pass across. Now the Rivermen into the zone. McChesney to the wall, taken there by Cup and Winslow. Up top for List. He puts a move on. That shot never made its way onto Birkin. Schnapp off the wall. Here comes Ronan. Ronan with speed has Cup. Gets it there. Cup backhands it all the way to the far corner. That was a wacky play. Winslow sends it back to Cup, who took a tough spill there. Romatario still with possession. Schnapp's got it now. Schnapp, stick save by Muse. Winslow on the backhand, fired it back down low, but nobody there except for Chase Spencer.
Oh.
Shot there and a save made by Muse. Winslow charging in and an early whistle as Muse never truly covered it.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Graham. I think they should have let them still playing, but
Connor Witherspoon is back on the Mayhem bench. That's a good sign.
And meanwhile, Dyson Skinner still looks like he's wincing over there on the bench. Bailey Birkin talking with him to see if he can go or not. Looks like they're going to keep him out here for a little bit longer. Takes off his mask.
We'll take a media timeout, and we'll keep you updated when we get back. 14:05 left to go. Still 1-1, Mayhem and Rivermen.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women. Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive.
We're back here in Macon Coliseum. Grimshaw takes the draw. Romatario back to Ibarra, one-timer, rebound is there, still fought for. Romatario with a backhand chance that gets blocked away. Now the Rivermen the other way quickly. Here they come, Devine with speed around Ibarra, he's taken down. Ibarra fighting to get back in the play, and Birkin makes the save. Kelly sent it off the back of Ibarra, and now the Rivermen are offside.
Yeah, that was not a lucky play there. Ibarra tripped, and I think he was looking to trip him down or something. Not smart defensive work, and then he takes one off the back of his jersey. Luckily, they called him offside, so looks like we'll get it just outside of the Rivermen zone here. Good job, though, keeping it in the offensive zone by the Mayhem. Got to give them credit on that last sequence. They did a good job. Got to keep that pressure up for the rest of this period. I think that's looking good so far.
Bear gets booted out of the face-off circle, so in steps Ernst. Tyson in the face-off circle for the Mayhem, out there with Ishizuka and Raleigh. And you're right, Skinner no longer being looked at over there. Phil Esposito, assistant coach, is the only guy that's anywhere near him.
Yeah, I think Skinner just really wants to feel it out if he's ready to go. We just don't know what his injury is. I think you're probably right that it's something lower body. You saw him wince as he was trying to turn around in his seat, but that his heading to the bench happened right after he made that sprawling stop. Absolutely.
So it would add up, but you just don't know at this point.
Right, and I think he's just trying to test it. You see him wincing a little bit. I think he wants to get back out there, but I think he's just going to have to sit out a couple minutes and see how he's feeling.
Well, the Mayhem still in a dogfight regardless of who's in net for them, and now it's Allison back to get it. He takes a tough spill. Loose puck behind the Mayhem net. Ibarra fighting for it. Cup backhands it along to Kelly. Now to open ice. Nobody there except for Braden Barker. Jarrett Cup pokes it back to Barker. His slap pass back door and a tap in for Alec Bear.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see there, Graham. That was not a great pass, probably not where he wanted it, and they just left that net wide open. Couldn't get back on defense in time. 2-1 Mayhem, or Rivermen rather, Mayhem down. Now with 13:07 left in the third.
Justin Kelly couldn't clear the zone, and it's an easy tap in. Probably the easiest goal that Alec Bear has ever scored, and it's 2-1 Rivermen with 13:07 left to go in the third.
And the captain puts on his 9th goal of the season here, 16 points. One of the better scorers in the league. He was top 10 going into this game. Now adding to that total and helping him out just a little bit more.
Braden Barker with his 10th assist of the season from the blue line, and a very impressive season for him so far, and his second primary assist of the night. The Mayhem have never gotten a point against the Rivermen in Macon. 0-10-0 all time, and they trail here in the third. Still plenty of time to get back in this one, but you got to get on the score sheet and get one past Muse, which is something that's been tough to do.
Easier said
all
than done.
season.
You're right, Graham.
Paralot fighting for it. Schnapp ahead. Under the stick of Ronan. Paralot back to get it. And a turnover as it's intercepted in the neutral zone by Spencer.
Birkin definitely a little bit more aggressive than the puck than is Dyson Skinner. Played it the last few times it's come his way.
Paralot to Winslow as this game seems to have slowed down a little bit after that goal.
And simultaneously, I think the Mayhem have gotten a little bit slower in their play too. Lazy passing, it looks like. And again, that's what I think led to that goal in that last sequence by the Rivermen. And again, not one that Dave Schnitzky is going to be happy about looking back at it.
Birkin took a spill trying to backhand that one clear from the slot. And Aromatario skates it out in front. Turnover. That shot blocked there. And the rebound after the block from Tyson comes to Aromatario, who backhands it out of the zone. Easily settled, though, by Wilkie. Trudell tips it in onto Birkin. He plays it out of trouble. Reversed back. Jarrett Cup gets it from Witherspoon. He's going to have it here from Aromatario.
Nice to see Witherspoon back on the ice too, Graham.
Trying to make a hit there at the red line too, but missing on it. Jarrett Cup backhands it off the wall. Tyson's got it here. Kelly charging to get back into the play. Ishizuka couldn't get his stick on the ice in time to keep the zone. Bear, the most recent goal scorer's got it here. A turnover, and now here comes Ibarra in with speed. Ibarra, he scores! Mateo Ibarra, what a beauty! We're tied up at 2.
And how about that from Mateo Ibarra, Graham? Great play there, goes top shelf down into the back of the net, and just like that, Graham, we're level again. All that happened before is wiped out. It is a 0-0 game, essentially. Let's play on.
Bar down. What a shot from Mateo Ibarra. And all of a sudden, we've got a game again.
Oh, absolutely, Graham. It's been a game already, though, but now Mayhem with a little bit more energy. I'm sure that they will want to have that going into these last 10 minutes or so.
Mateo Ibarra getting his 4th goal of the season. And it makes this a tie game yet again. Thornton plays it back to Birkin. That's a slash against Winslow, and the Mayhem are going to go on the kill.
Yeah,
he was fighting for a position, and he just slashed the stick right out of the hands of the Rivermen player, and as soon as they even this game back up, they're going to give the Rivermen another power play chance.
Yeah, it's not something you like to see, Graham, especially right after giving up the goal, like you said. Now they're going back to the PK against, again, we've talked about it all night, a lethal Rivermen power play unit. You got to watch out for Jordan Ernst. He's probably going to set up in the corner and try and beat Birkin on the near side.
It's 2 for slashing to Dan Winslow at 9:17, just 13 seconds after the Mateo Ibarra equalizer.
And one of your top defensive forwards going off too, as somebody's lost a stick down there.
That's Parker Allison. Now a shorthanded 2-on-2. Mateo Ibarra's got Justin Kelly with him. And now he'll slow things down, make a move back towards the slot. You want to see him get it deep there. But McChesney lost the puck, and now the Mayhem are able to make something out of nothing.
I would agree with you, Graham. They had the 2-on-2, would have dumped it in behind the boards. That would have been nice, but now they do get a chance to change.
Even if you want to try that rush chance, I'm okay with that, but you got to get the puck deep once you realize that the chance isn't there, as Birkin makes a stop on Ernst, who used his body to get position on the defense. 1:25 left to go in the penalty kill for the Mayhem.
And again, we talked about it just before this power play started. Ernst was going to try and beat Birkin near side, couldn't do it, but he tried it there, and Birkin was right there and said no. Power play goes on here as we near the media timeout, hopefully giving these guys a little bit of breath to finish out that power play.
Power play face-off win in the offensive zone. Wilkie tapping for it. He'll get it here. Cross ice to Bear. Most recent Rivermen goal scorer. Bear gets it back up top, walks in, working on Ishizuka. Wilkie gets it back. His shot tipped in front, and the rebound goes over the glass and out of play.
Looks like Tyson got a skate on it, knocked it right over the nets and out of play. And we'll go to the media timeout, it looks like.
Yep, 1:03 left in the power play, and when we come back, we'll finish out the remainder of that Rivermen man advantage. We're over halfway through the third, tied at 2 now in Macon.
Thinking about starting a new career? The Georgia Department of Corrections is now hiring correctional heroes. Earn a competitive salary and advance your career through GDC. The agency is now hiring correctional officers, counselors, food service workers, and many more. Most positions require candidates to be 18 years of age or older, have a high school diploma or GED. Positions are now available across the state of Georgia. Apply now at gdcjobs.com to learn more. GDC. One team.
Join the celebration as Minuteman Press Macon proudly celebrates 35-plus years of serving Middle Georgia with top-quality print media. Minuteman Press Macon is a full-service printing, marketing, and design center. We design, print, and promote you. From business cards to building signage, we've got you covered.
We're back here, 9:45 left to go in the third period. 1:03 on the Rivermen power play. Dan Winslow in the box, 2 minutes for slashing. Cross ice pass, here's a chance for Ernst. He rocketed it wide.
They just keep throwing it to Ernst here. He's probably going to be the guy if they score. It'll probably go to Ernst.
And it's cleared out by Kelly. I got to tell you, since Bailey Birkin has come into the game for Dyson Skinner, there have been a couple times when the Rivermen have had him beat. Obviously, the one goal from Bear. But there have been times when the Rivermen have beaten Birkin outside of their goal against him, and it's just missed the net.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, the old saying, Graham. And I don't know why Birkin put his hand up there for icing.
Yeah, nearly iced. That was very close to the red line, but no icing against the Rivermen on the power play. Ishizuka took it to the wall, trying to do some work on the penalty kill. Throwing a good hit there, Tao Ishizuka. And now he cannot clear the zone. Eventually he will, thanks to the help of Zach Tyson. And that will just about do it on the penalty kill.
Yeah, 2 huge penalty kills here tonight, Graham. You love to see it. That's been something that the Mayhem have struggled with so far this season, but they're boosting up their numbers a little bit tonight against a really good Peoria power play. You'll love to see that, even if it doesn't show up in the score sheet.
Now 9 goals against on 47 penalty kills. Good keep there by Dan Winslow, but unable to backhand it deep. And now we've got a whistle here. 8:20 left to go. Crowd is into it here in Macon.
Absolutely, Graham. And these fans, we've talked about it before, passionate. They love this team. That you see the people right behind that home net. They're always up. They're always got their noisemakers. They're passionate, and they love their team. And I think that's great to see hockey coming here to Middle Georgia and being a little bit of a success story.
Center ice face-off. Unable to be won there. Connor Witherspoon is back onto the ice, and didn't notice this before, but he's got a bubble instead of his normal visor. Trying to make havoc on Muse. Now sent out of the zone ahead of the play is Devine, but he's taken to the wall there by Aromatario. Raleigh in there too. Witherspoon's got it now. Grimshaw behind him. Witherspoon dodges a hit, leaves it for Jake Raleigh, who fires a shot from the blue line, saved by Muse. Raleigh gets it deep. Grimshaw and Paralot are there. Paralot sends it back down to Grimshaw. Would have liked to see Grimshaw with a little bit more speed get that puck and create something in the offensive zone, but now Aromatario's got it, and he'll reset.
Absolutely, Graham. I think you're right there because Grimshaw's been one of your hotter offensive players. Surprised he hasn't been involved in a lot tonight. And as I was going to say, nice to see Witherspoon coming back onto the ice. He does have the bubble. You don't want to take any risks, especially when you're down one forward in Curtis Abbott.
Yeah, we saw Zach Tyson do that a couple games ago. He came back and played a couple games with the bubble after taking a stick up high. Tyson left it for Kelly. This is sent back and taken by Allison with 7:04 to go. Intercept there, not a great pass from Thornton. Ibarra couldn't do anything with that puck either, and Tyson throws a good stick. Broke it up from McChesney briefly. Kelly runs a little interference on Fox. Thornton takes it now. With speed, Brody Thornton. Oh, a nice move, Brody Thornton. He'll get in. His shot off the outside of the net. Great play by Brody Thornton, but he couldn't make anything of it.
Yeah, tried to beat him near side there. Great play by Brody Thornton, adding the pressure, but Muse took care of it, and it goes right back down the other way.
Winslow overskated the puck off the back of Birkin's net. Birkin's in line to be the goaltender of record for this game, which will be the first time since November 22nd that anyone other than Dyson Skinner has been the goaltender of record for the Macon Mayhem.
And that's tough to see because Dyson Skinner's had a great game, and you got to give him a lot of credit, but Birkin's done what he's had to do. It's been a little shaky, but hey, he's done his job so far, and that's nice to see.
They don't ask how, William. They ask how many. As into the zone are the Rivermen back out in front. This one goes wide. Rebound to the far side. Draplook had it for a moment, and now Cup has it in the trapezoid. Reverses it and takes a shove there from Devine. Schnapp will bump a body there. No icing against the Mayhem. Approaching the 5-minute remaining mark in period number 3. We're still tied. Schnapp lost his stick in the body of a Riverman. He's going to head off for a change, and now Witherspoon comes on.
Like to see that forecheck, though, Graham. Really good work there from Schnapp. He's been one of the top 3 stars of the game, if you ask me.
Allison's got it here. Ahead for Ronan. And this puck is into the Mayhem bench, so we'll have a face-off with 5:10 left to go.
Yeah, it's been a nice little sequence here for the Mayhem. They've done pretty well. They leveled the game up, and if they can just park the brakes a little bit, park the bus rather, pull the brakes on, just do what they got to do. Play safe hockey. Now's your best chance. Sometimes your best offense is defense. Forecheck, keep doing what they're doing. I love seeing Noah Schnapp as an example of doing that well. And now a big face-off here near the Riverman zone. Looks like we got a little bit of a false start here.
And now the face-off won by the Mayhem. Aromatario's got it. Now Cup off the wall, looking for Kelly.
Big hit there by Grimshaw into the boards.
Nice little toe drag and a good poke check from Aromatario. That shot saved by Birkin. This one backhanded to the blue line, unable to be settled cleanly by Spencer, but now he'll send it all the way around. That shot saved by Birkin. He didn't know where the rebound went to. Ibarra has options. He'll flip it up and out.
Yeah, they just got to keep doing their job here. Nice job on the forecheck, and now that looks like they might even move to a trap here. Keep them from moving that puck even further, and they'll try a dump and chase.
Birkin sends it around for Thornton. Went past him, but Ishizuka is there. Good stick from Fornaris. Prevented a breakout, a clean one for the Mayhem. No icing here. Fox takes a body there from Thornton. Jarrett Cup into the corner with just under 4 to play.
Nice battle over there.
Stretch pass too far out in front of Zach Tyson. Raleigh was looking for him, and now the Rivermen the other way. Pass up the ice has Fornaris. He's got to work on Allison. Coming down the wire here in Macon. This one batted to the wall by Paralot. Winslow throws a check on him. Paralot blocking off passing lanes. That shot wide. Birkin put a stick on it. 3.5 to go. List settles it here. This one's fired deep. Witherspoon giving chase on Devine.
Witherspoon took another rough ride into the board there, Graham. Luckily, he's got that bubble protecting his face.
Interception at the red line by Grimshaw, but his man was well offside. That was Schnapp. Now the Rivermen trying to start the breakout.
Rivermen also playing a little conservatively here late. Surprised they're not taking a big rush here.
A good angle around Cup. Here come the Rivermen. A chance to the slot. Intercepted there by Kelly after a good play by Mateo Ibarra on the defensive end. Oh, big hit onto Kelly. And it is Gillot who is taking his face mask off. Chance out in front, and they score. Why there was no whistle, I don't think either team knows, but the Rivermen will take it, and it's 3-2.
Unlucky, Graham. That's been the story of tonight. It feels like every goal for Peoria has just felt like it was unlucky. We talked about it in the beginning. It's just, oh, one chance here, one chance there. It looked like they were going to stop play because his hands went right up to his face. And everybody's like, are they going to stop it? Are they going to stop it? The Mayhem kind of paused, so they weren't going to try and keep playing. But Peoria's like, hey, don't play till the whistle stops. And that ends up in the back of the net for them.
That was Mike Gillot, who literally threw his hands up at the official, like, why are you not stopping play? Not 5 seconds later, his team scores as a result of there not being a whistle.
Well, we've said it before and we'll say it again. I guess it's better to be lucky than good, because if they had stopped play, you kind of wonder what would have happened there, especially with the way that Macon was playing down the stretch.
Well, the Mayhem have tied it up after the Rivermen have taken a lead twice already. We'll see if they can do it again, but time is winding down.
Wouldn't pull your goalie here until about maybe 60 seconds to go. You can still play him 5-on-5, I think, Graham.
Allison's got it here. 2:12 left in period number 3. Mayhem down by 1. Paralot sends it deep here, all the way around. Loose puck, and now here come the Rivermen. Drapluck weaves to the slot, tried to backhand it to the back door for Devine. And Winslow gets it deep.
Birkin takes a little peek at the bench there. He's waiting for his cue. 1:47 and counting to go here in the third.
And you'll never know, nobody will ever know how this game goes if you don't lose Dyson Skinner, but that's definitely a storyline here.
Yeah, Graham, and especially Curtis Abbott, too. Down and forward, you got to just keep playing guys, and I'm sure towards the end of that last stretch, when Peoria scored the goal, guys are getting tired, and it's tough to see. Like we talked about, just unlucky little plays have just, it seems like Macon's been in it for all 58 minutes and change, and it's just these little things that have just added up, and I think that's why Peoria is in front right now. But again, still time left. Macon still has a chance. They've done well at 5-on-5. I don't think, like I said, I don't think Dave Shinichny should pull his goalie until about maybe 60 seconds left. Let's see what they can do in the next 40 seconds or so. See if they can score and not have to do that at all.
The Rivermen goal at 17:34 of the third period is Barker, his third of the season from Ernst and Fornaris. And what a game it's been from Braden Barker. The Mayhem have just had no answer for number 18 in white. He's got a goal and 2 primary assists.
Seems like it's somebody every new for the Rivermen, Graham. They're just everywhere, up and down the lineup. They are just so offensively dominant. And that's why I think they've been so successful these last few years. Credit Jean-Guy Trudel. He's developed his guys really well so that they're not just depending on one guy to score goals, get assists. They can go up and down the lineup and not have to worry about that each and every night.
Well, Birkin is to the bench. 1:42 left.
Not sure if I like that decision, Graham.
We'll see how it pans out. Mayhem trying to get this one back to even. Glove down by Aromatario. Loose puck trickling towards the slot. Settled by McChesney, and he sends it off the wall and out. Cup racing for the puck. Backhands it to Connor Witherspoon. Witherspoon up through the neutral zone. Crowd urging their team on. Witherspoon takes a spill, and it is not cleared by the Rivermen. Batted down. Schnapp keeps it going. Schnapp to Grimshaw. His pass blocked. Loose puck is going to make its way to Mateo Ibarra, who has the most recent Mayhem goal. Up to Cup. Jarrett Cup, his shot was blocked into the netting and out of play with 1:02 left to go.
And this is probably where I would have pulled your goalie, Graham. That was a little scary there for a second. They had just one chance that they had to take care of, but now this is prime opportunities to get a 6-on-5, get a goal. It's now or never, guys.
And the Mayhem are going to take their time out here with 1:02 left, and Pshenichny going to draw up something for his team. And in the middle of this, this bench huddle, the one guy that you don't see in that group is Dyson Skinner. And
he has
obviously
just been struggling, Graham.
Yeah.
He's looked like he's been in pain for about 10 minutes now, and he's probably got a look of despair on his face as if, why me? Because this has really been his game tonight.
And you also wonder why, if you're not good to return, why not head to the locker room and start getting looked at? It's a tough situation, but beyond this game, you got to wonder what is the deal with Dyson Skinner and his health, because you're already down Josh Boyko.
And we don't know when he's going to return either, Graham.
Correct.
So whether this is a big one or a little loss, it still is tough to see your number one goalie, for at least the moment, go down with an injury like that going into the next 2 games. I think here they got to look for Zach Tyson. Again, try that near side and beat Colby Muse, because he struggled on those posts tonight, really taking everything up the middle.
1 minute left to go. Allison to Thornton. His shot blocked there by Gillot. Ishizuka back to Thornton. Now Allison's one-timer deflected in front. It goes wide. You want to see a couple more chances like that. Ishizuka! Oh my goodness, from the corner. It was under the pad of Muse, and he kept it out.
Could you imagine if that went off his skate and in? That would be a goal for the ages, Graham. But again, great offensive pressure here. They're doing what they got to do. 47 seconds to go. They got to keep that puck moving like they're doing, keep cycling it around. Hopefully one falls on net here.
Winslow needs a new twig. I think that's what that is. Yeah, he's asking for a new stick.
And that's big, because he's one of your best face-off winners. You don't want to have a twig snap right in the middle of that and have one go 200 feet down the ice.
Yeah, smart play from Winslow to head to the bench and get a new stick before the face-off.
Also give you guys a little bit of rest as well.
Winslow able to win the draw. Tyson backhands it to Thornton, who keeps it in. Shot on, batted in front. Oh, it goes wide. That would have been a very interesting look there, as a couple of gloves were heading for that puck in midair. Loose puck makes its way to Ishizuka. Up top to Thornton. Cross ice Allison. He sent it back to the corner for Ishizuka, but he had vacated. Gillot cannot get it out of the zone. Thornton up to the wall. Winslow has it. This one kept in the zone by Justin Kelly's body. Thornton sends it back down. This is a loose puck kept by Tyson. He'll circle back. 13 left to go. Thornton off of his stick and out of the zone. Everybody has to touch up. Under 10 seconds to go, and Thornton sends it deep. That's not the play there, as time is now going to wind down, and the Mayhem will fall to the Peoria Rivermen here tonight, 3-2.
Yeah, Graham, I'm kind of scratching my head here. I don't know why he dumped the puck in with that little time left to go. You don't have time for the goalie to go around there and get the puck. That's not going to work. A slow pass that was smart and well-timed would have been great there. And Allison, too, probably wants that pass back in that little bit of stretch, too, because, man, he almost had somebody there. But tough loss here for Macon tonight. They played well. They fought hard against one of the better teams. I would not be surprised to see them come out tomorrow fighting hard just like they did today and tomorrow.
Hopefully this game that we just watched is indicative of how this entire weekend is going to go, because what a hockey game we just got to watch.
Probably one of the best games the Mayhem have played all season. We got to give them credit for fighting hard. And again, it's just so tough to see these little things costing the Mayhem in the end, whether that was Dyson Skinner, whether that was a silly penalty, whether that was just a bounce on a wide open net there by Alec Bear scoring on Bailey Birkin. It's just these little things ending up costing the Mayhem in the end.
Well, that'll do it from us here tonight in the Macon Coliseum. The final score here, Peoria 3, Macon 2. And the Mayhem dropped to 0-11 all time against the Peoria Rivermen here at home. We'll get a chance to do it again tomorrow, though. 6 p.m. puck drop as the Mayhem take on the Rivermen for Game 2 of 3 on this weekend series. One last time, thank you for joining me, William Bazzone, and everybody watching at home. I've been Graham Tuck here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network.
Good night.